All right.
Niggas
My bad. I hella stopped it, but
it's
it's going again.
We straight now?
Yeah, we good.
Hey. All right. I'm excited for today. Today is gonna be a good goddamn day. I'm super excited.
Today was a good day.
All my people here. We are in sunny Los Angeles, out here for the weekend. I'm here with my guys from Hoops N Brews. My guy from was it KONTRABAN GOODS? Is that I feel like you changed the name a couple times.
It's a different business. This is just me by myself this time.
Okay,
for sure.
Got you.
So check us out, kontrabangoods.com for sure. look that plug, easy.
My guys, can you introduce yourselves, please?
Why you always want to be first, motherfucker?
I was pointing at you.
You the star of the show, nigga. Go.
Good.
That's always. We start with a Pavy.
Niggas don't tweet -TPJ. Fuck.
I'm Pavy.
You the star of the show, nigga.
I'm Pavy. Follow me on Twitter at Pavy World, Pavy World, all one word. Hoops N Brews. Yeah. Yeah, I'm another half of Hoops N Brews, TPJ. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, real TPJ. Stop fucking DMing me about basketball. Y'all starting to make me mad, G.
You can't ask for that. You can't ask for that.
I can't ask for that. We
signed up for it.
Like I've said this a million times, G. We built whole ass hubs. Use the fucking hub to talk to us about basketball.
You're talking about niggas though. You can't.
No, G.
A nigga feel like because what he read of what you wrote, nigga, he has a personal connection to it, and he needs to answer directly to you, bro.
People call me in the middle of the day that I about shit to like put me on the phone with people I don't know.
Oh, really? I can see that, bro. I can see that.
Like I talked about the Bulls with somebody for like 20 minutes. I did not know this, man.
Yeah, that's tight though.
It's like, all right, whatever.
I'm not doing
this. You want to be courteous, but you always look for a break in the conversation.
Yeah,
it's like,
hey, brother, I'm gonna go.
Hey, man, but actually, I gotta get up out of here, man. You know, like,
damn, man, my dad calling me right now, bro. I'm gonna get up with y'all later.
I gotta water my sidewalk, fam. I'll get with you. I'm out. Go ahead, introduce yourself, sir.
I'm Mal. Some people know me as Malfunction. I'm Black Gold Art. You know what I'm saying? I do design, a little bit of marketing, everything. You know what I'm saying? A liaison for life.
Okay.
I just want to say, when you text me, you literally said me and anal. Literally, that's what the text says. That's why I was like, bro, G, look.
Like, bro, I'm sorry, sir.
Spell that shit
you spell it though. I mean, you see it though, right? It literally says being anal. I'm like, what?
I'm sorry.
I'm like, maybe the nigga name a now.
Is that
like, yeah.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Being anal.
No, I apologize.
Nah, it's Mal, bro.
It's fucking
some people call it Brother Malcolm. You know what I'm saying?
No, I didn't met like 6 of your homies. So I'm like, one of them niggas might be like that. Might be like that.
Nah, the nigga that was drunk and being hella loud the last podcast. That was.
I told this nigga coming in today, I said, fam, you're not gonna do this shit. We was trying to record last time, we was trying to be hella serious. This nigga infused his opinion. We was talking about the Phoenix Suns for hella.
Oh yeah,
I'm a real
bro ass was sitting on the couch and we started arguing. And then nigga was like, don't send me here if you don't want me to argue.
I remember that shit. I remember that shit.
That was. I had to tell him, like, bro, before we do anything, G.
I told him I'm gonna be bull today.
Hey, one of y'all let me get some of that soda.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so just to recap, Reese, I'm out here in LA. It's a very interesting way that I got out here. It's a story for another day, I guess. I can't really, not really liberty. I'm not really liberty to talk about a bunch of shit. But came out here, man. We have a good time, some day parties, some potting, some couple shoots and shit. It's gonna be a good fucking time, man. How's everybody's week? Everybody good?
I don't really want to talk about my week.
Hey, I had a long, hectic, stressful week. Hey, look, I'm day 8 in now with ain't being able to find my wallet, but I still ain't accepted that I lost it either. You know what I'm saying?
So you ain't get a new ID yet?
Not yet. I've been out here maneuvering, bro. I was able to pay my rent, nigga, with no cards yesterday somehow, bro.
I told this nigga, bro, I said, well, let's go to the strip club. The nigga said, all right, bro, I got my birth certificate
and my social security card. I said, I got an old ID, nigga. Like, I just don't want to fully accept it yet, bro.
Imagine
because I'm gonna have to go replace all my cards, go get a new ID. I just don't want to accept that yet, nigga.
Where you gonna find it at, bro? It's been 8 days.
Exactly. But you've been everywhere you've been.
I look hard, but like I ain't look crazy hard. Like I
hoping to turn up.
Yeah, that's how it is. Like I looked everywhere it could be, and at this point, nigga, and it ain't lost, because I feel like
it's hella lost, nigga.
My nigga, we in LA, bro. We in LA. By this point, nigga, 8 days in, bro, if a nigga had my wallet, a nigga would try to use my cards, bro. Keep it a buck, nigga. There's no way a nigga. Come on, bro.
Low key, this girl I know that got her fucking wallet stolen, some shit like that. She said motherfuckers went to like Taco Bell.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody went at least tried to, you know what I'm saying, see if there was some action on it, you know.
But whatever it is,
like $19 at like Taco Bell or something.
So that's what I'm thinking.
Get gas for everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Somebody would have did any sort of little weird shit like it's LA, bro. It's not Seattle, nigga. Somebody would, if anybody, I don't care, a club nigga, the nicest nigga would have found my cards and see if they was working.
Either way it goes, that's just lost. You need to get your shit back.
Yeah, I can't get you the ticket for the Spurs game, but I mean, you can still buy them. They still cheap and come through. I don't know. They shouldn't be more than like $20.
$20. We up in the rafters, baby.
I mean, $20. But all the shit like 100 level, anyways.
Yeah,
like it ain't really no 200 level.
I think the 300 level is closed off anyway.
So it's all. But also we gonna be sitting close and we know people, so I get. You know what I'm saying?
It's good, man. Like I said, we'll talk about that though. I do want to get into that. How was your week? Pavy, you good?
It was fine. Warriors lost game 1. Great.
Yeah,
not a fan of that.
Well, I am a huge fan of that.
I know.
The Warriors lost game 1. I'm
Pavy hates Steph.
The Warriors.
Do we hate him?
Why?
Do we hate Steph?
I don't like watching them play basketball. I don't like watching them play basketball.
This is the big thing I will say, bro, and I say this constantly, bro. People overshadow his ability to be a great player, bro, by his shooting overshadows the rest of his game, bro.
Yeah.
This nigga gets to the hoop phenomenally.
Don't have this debate.
There's a handful of niggas that can get to the hoop.
I'm gonna let y'all do it because I'm sick of having this conversation.
Hold on, wait. Yeah, we're not gonna do this right now.
That's not really.
We're gonna do this.
I halfway agree with you.
I feel like a lot of his game is overshadowed by the fact that he's the greatest shooter.
Nigga, look, I'm not gonna spend this whole podcast reeling you in.
No, we're not gonna.
We're not gonna have this conversation.
But bro, continue. No, look, I put my hands up.
I asked him how his week was. You jumped in on that nigga's whole portion of his.
And then he talked about stats, bro. Look, I'm out here to ride for my niggas, bro. I'm sorry. Everybody's
rocking. Man said I had some how his week was.
That was it. All right, let's get into the shit, man. Before we get into the serious topics, I gotta ask. You guys knew you guys haven't been asked this question before.
What's up?
What kind of panties are you? So I'm gonna give you some context to this question, right? Because you got to answer it accordingly. If you could describe yourself as a pair of panties, like if you existed as a panty, what would you be? Color, type, feel, whatever. You can make some shit up. Doesn't matter. Just in more context, my email address is dreeseandthepanties@gmail.com. I always wanted like a singing group. We used to watch Temptations and Jackson 5 and all that shit growing up. My group was gonna be D Reese and the Panties. I wanted to start a panty line called Wet Paint. It was gonna be fucking fire.
I would be.
I'm low-key not mad at
that. I would be a lavender lace thong that has silk in the front.
That's kind of fire.
That's what I would be if I was a panty.
How come?
Lavender though.
Lavender. That's a smooth color.
I like lavender.
So it's a very specific panty. This man.
No, he thought about that.
He's been designing this shit in his head. Nigga, I'm gonna start these panties.
I feel like that's like it's hella bougie.
Yeah.
So if you bought that panty, you probably paid a decent amount for it. Like you didn't just go like that. You didn't get that from.
You didn't stumble on that.
They're probably the Pearl. Huh?
Yeah. Like you didn't get that from like Victoria's Secret. You probably went and did some research and spent some money on that. So it's that one. It's good material.
Okay. For sure.
But at the same time,
they come in a box, not a bag. Huh?
Come in a box, but at the same time, it's on the wild side. But it's classy too, still.
Okay.
So that's why I'm. And just lavender is just like a very nice color, I feel.
Yeah. So that's one of the best answers we've had for the panty question. I fuck with that. Thank you, sir.
My answer.
Black thong, because it's simple, and I fuck with them.
Okay.
Simple, efficient, and I fuck with them.
Simple and efficient?
And I fuck with them.
I feel that.
Go ahead,
I'm gonna go no panties.
Cotton though. I don't want the lace.
Unpredictability, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm gonna go with no panties. I'm unpredictable.
Okay, I feel you.
So I'm going bare bone.
Commando, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be ready for whatever.
You do.
I want that birthday suit.
I came in prepared. I came in prepared and unashamed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why I'm no panties, baby.
Prepared and unashamed.
If I'm a pair of panties this week, I would have to be some crotchless joints. Crotchless, maybe like some type of shiny metallic kind of blue shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready for action. I'm immature enough to want to do it all, but I'm mature enough to master myself and know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I asked a chick one time, I asked her how old she was. She said I'm old enough to know what I'm doing, and I'm young enough to do it again. And
it's a great answer.
That's a bar. That's a bar right there. That's a bar.
And she can be any age between like 21 to like 40.
Oh yeah, that's something seasoned.
Maybe.
I was gonna say only something seasoned is gonna hit you with a bar like that, bro.
That's a very seasoned woman.
She said that I got excited.
Seasoned woman.
That's a bet. That's a bet.
Yeah. It's a veteran.
I was like, oh okay, all right.
Dudley. Quality
Jared Dudley.
She came to put some nachos on your belt for sure.
So that was my shit, man. All right, we're gonna break into these topics. I want to talk about this because TBJ, we talked about this earlier this week. We're gonna talk about therapy. I've been seeing my therapist for the past week, trying to work through some issues, just trying to get shit together. But what I realize is, man, sometimes your friends don't give a fuck about what you're going through. Like, niggas 100%. Give the most generic fucking answers to shit. You know what I'm saying? You
do we somebody, not really care, or do like niggas just not express themselves?
Well, it could both. It could be.
I think it's both. It could really, be. I think it's three things, bro. I think it's that, the other, and the third thing is niggas be going through shit themselves, bro. So it's like, as much as you're calling me with a problem, nigga,
I'm dealing with. I got my own shit.
As soon as I hang up, nigga, I gotta figure my shit out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a nigga, want to hear you.
Yeah, exactly right.
Come on, bro.
Well, I'll say this because me and you, we had a conversation about 30, 45 minutes the other day. Yeah. And it was more of a pep talk for me. It was a pick me up, and I was like, yo, like I needed that. I appreciate that, and I took some of that shit you said to heart. But you're not gonna get that from everybody, obviously, right? Yeah. You're not gonna get that from most motherfuckers, and most people don't have like the depth, the insight to be able to speak on, different mental health issues and like depression, going through whatever.
It's a culmination of intelligence as well as your relationship with that person. Experience. You know what I'm saying? And experience with that person that them going through shit themselves.
Right?
Yeah, but people only call me when they want shit from me. So if somebody calling me and they genuinely like, yo, I need to talk to somebody, I'll talk to you.
Same shit.
I mean, for me, for me personally, I spend at least like.
He on vacation.
I spend at least 15% of my day being Joel Austin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like 15% of my day, especially for beautiful women. Like, at least,
he just like listening to women talk about bullshit.
Favorite thing to do. At least like once a day, some beautiful woman comes into my DMs or comes into my text messages and we have a conversation. But I like talking on the phone though.
You gonna be mad as hell when you get a girlfriend because that shit is a wrap. It's a wrap.
Or your relationship gonna suffer for that shit.
No, it's not happening.
But I want to phase into and asking about, like, I know there's been a lot of talk about black men and mental health and the state of our mental health. And my question was, do people really care?
Because I feel like black men's mental health is neglected, bro. I think from within though, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we're just taught to have like PTSD and deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, a nigga feel like he's supposed to go through all the bullshit that we go through. It's just part of the rite of passage or something. Like, having to go to jail. Now you're a man.
You handled this. Now you're a man.
Having to go to jail.
Not a fucking rite of passage. I wish black people would stop acting like that shit is. You're not a better human being for have gone to jail.
But niggas act like we're
especially because there's no true rehabilitation.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not rehabilitation.
Be involved with that type
punishment.
Of shit. Yeah. And even this is something, it's crazy. This is something separately I thought about, bro. And not to, incriminate myself or anything, but the things that I deal with, what I'm saying, so from time to time, if shit were to come down and I were to go to trial or something, they're going to look and see my daily contacts are felons, and criminals from the law's point of view. To me, these are my people that I interact with, and I don't see them in that light. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to the book and shit like that, bro, they're gonna look and that's what they're gonna say. You associate with felons, bro. You know what I'm saying? But to us, bro, this is just the part of the turmoil and shit that we go to. Like I said, the rite of passage, nigga just. I don't look at those people like they're criminals or they're bad human or individuals. Niggas just got caught up, you know what I'm saying, in circumstances of doing things that they had to do to provide or survive.
Okay, hold off on that real fast, because I remember just talking about PTSD, right?
Right.
And Meek Mill had a huge campaign last year, as he was going through his trial and all that type of shit. And he had a string of tweets where he was talking about PTSD, like what he actually encountered growing up. People being shot in his neighborhood, like growing up without a father figure in the home, and all these like tumultuous things that take place, for us as day-to-day life, and we glorify it to an extent. Like if you look at like some of the movies,
to an extent we glorify it. Period.
Okay,
period, we do.
I mean,
rap music is the glorification of the destruction of the black community.
Music, I think TV shows, for instance, like people was asking me like, why you don't watch The Shine? I don't want to see another show about niggas being poor in Chicago. Like, why do I need to see that? Every TV show with black people on TV, niggas is fucked up. Like it's
it's what we see again. Like it's the rite of passage thing, bro.
I don't watch too much TV, but for the most part, every show I see about black people, they poor.
That's not
or going through something.
Watch
Blackish, watch Grownish, watch any of them.
For the most part,
Kenya Barris, I think that's his name. Any of his new shows, they're not about just being poor and being black. The dad is an ad executive, the mom is a doctor. They got kids. The kids going to college.
But that's
the
one
kids
show.
Successful. But it's one of the biggest shows on television.
What show is it?
I think Blackish right now.
Blackish is still one of the biggest.
This generation's equivalent to the Cosby. I was about to say,
and it's better than the Cosby's to me because
this generation's the Cosby.
It's real to me. It's way better than the Cosby. I never fucked with the Cosby though.
No, that's a show.
Yeah, the Cosby, that shit is unattainable. I can see an ad executive, a low level ad executive, and a fucking doctor like being together. This man Cliff Huxtable in this goddamn mansion brownstone in New York. Like, come on, man, let's stop this. Like, I feel him. The Cosby's was the black dream.
It was what people Blackish is what black people that aspire to be.
Yeah, exactly. Blackish is more grounded in reality, which is what I fuck with about.
I haven't really watched it because I don't really
grounded in reality to me. Like this nigga Theo was walking around in sweaters and shit all day long. Like, that's not how people that I grew up with looked. Period.
Yeah, it didn't seem realistic to, like you said, like where we come from, the environment that we come from. It didn't seem realistic for people that my dad wasn't a doctor, so I can't look at myself as Theo Huxtable, nigga, because I'm not living in the same conditions that Theo Huxtable was living. My dad was giving me game, you know what I'm saying, and I get a lot of blessings, but it wasn't realistic to how my life was. Like you're saying, Grownish and Blackish is more realistic to the experience I grew up in, so I can relate more to it.
Yeah. Let's switch gears real quick because I want to talk about cries for help, and I want to talk about like people. You know, you see tweets because that's what we have now, social media and shit, right? You see tweets, you see Instagram posts, you see Facebook posts, you see whatever, and people can say, "Hey, I can tell that person's going through something. Maybe I should reach out and say something." And a lot of us don't. And I recently got accused of being like over dramatic and shit like that. And I know you see my tweets, you responded to them, but like most people just let
I text you though.
Yeah.
I text you. I'm not gonna just be like, yo, like why you wilding out on the internet? Like, no, I'm gonna text you, bro. What the fuck is going on? G? What's good?
Do you feel like it's a responsibility of the people that see it to say something?
It ain't their responsibility. I mean, it ain't nobody's responsibility to help you keep your emotions in check. But that doesn't mean that the people around you shouldn't be accountable for taking care of their friend or somebody that you consider to be a friend. You know what I mean? Like, I see a lot of people going through shit, and I still just send them like a thumbs up, just like, yo, keep your head up. Like, I don't owe them that shit, but I do owe my accountability to myself. For if I'm going through some shit like that, I want somebody to be like, yo, like, you alright? And so it's not like I don't feel like I owe nobody nothing, but it's just like part of like my nature. Like, I'm not gonna see you out here fucked up, especially when it's motherfuckers that I know that I have a commonality with. You know what I mean? Or somebody like, yo, like I look up to you, or like, yo, y'all inspire me to do something. Like I got a different level of connection, which is like your favorite person being like, yo, fuck you. It's like 100%. If they don't care, but it's a lot of people that's around you, like we were saying, that like won't reach out to you or some shit like that because they going through their own shit. So they probably just like, oh, you just whining, but it's like, no, I'm not just whining. We all going through our own shit. If you have vocally expressed the way you felt, or you vocally expressed some shit that you was going through, and motherfuckers just like, nah, I don't give a fuck about that because I'm going through my own shit. It's like, cool.
And cats don't even realize a lot of the time it would be beneficial for both parties just to talk to each other about the shit that they going through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a pride thing, bro. It hinders our race so bad, bro.
It's also easier to lie. It's way easier.
For sure.
It's way easier to lie.
I don't think anybody is obligated to care about you, but I do think that you should have some want and desire to be a good human being.
For sure, like bro was saying, I be feeling like it's my obligation, bro, because I know when I be going through it and like, or I could talk to bro, or like a handful of people would reach out. So I know if there's someone that doesn't have that's within my sphere, my circle, I'm gonna give that. You know what I'm saying? Because I appreciate when someone gives me that. You know what I'm saying? It just gives you a little reassurance, or you know what I'm saying, just a little pick me up, or let you know shit's gonna be straight. You know?
No, it's always good to hear just. At least just common words from people sometimes. I mean, some people need that more than others.
For sure.
Some people can kind of like navigate and survive, like figure things out on their own. Some people need that more than others. But again, it's always good to hear common words from people. And again, I think you should just strive to be a good human being first of all.
So like if you see somebody, that shit will come natural.
Yeah, but it's just like small things, like just like having basic common human decency, like respect, things like that.
Well, I know that bro reached out to me. And then we followed up with a phone call. Like I said, we talked for about 30, 45 minutes, and it had been everything. He could relate to everything. And he gave me some great advice, on what to do.
I'm also the oldest brother, of 6.
Yeah,
so like, I'm an oldest of 5. So I ain't got like a crazy close relationship with my little sisters. Like,
me too. I'm
the oldest brother.
I'm only child.
But like 2 of my brothers, they like sneaky niggas. So they sneak and do everything. So you can't never like talk them through some shit where it's like, bro, don't do that. Make a better decision. My youngest brother, if he having a problem about anything, he'll call me and be like, yo, can I talk to you? So it's like I'm used to like that. At least I'm just being like, yo, what you want? Like nothing. I just want to talk to you, because usually when motherfuckers call me, they calling me that like, yo, can you do some shit for me? Versus it's just somebody like, yo, like I just need somebody to talk to so I can work some shit through. Because sometimes, and also like when you ain't around a motherfucker every day, like, you know what I mean? Like if we was around each other every day, it'd probably be a lot harder for you to have that conversation, because there's so much context of shit.
And it's also shame.
I got this. I don't even think it's shame. It's just like it's just the context of just knowing the situation. So like you immediately feel that there's a prejudice, versus I'm not around you every day. So if you call me and like we just homies and we've been cool, like you could talk to me from a perspective where like, well, you know how it's always like there's 3 truths. It's his truth, her truth, and the real truth, right? Yeah. So when I'm in your friend group, right? I got my truth. And you got your truth, and then there's the actual truth in there. So like, it's not gonna be the same conversation. I'm not in your friend group, so it's all your truth. So all I can do is just hear it subjectively, and then look at it objectively and be like, nah, you was wild. Versus somebody that you around, they gonna be like, nah, nigga, your ass was just drunk as fuck that day. That's why you was feeling that way. And you was like, damn, like, but
that's the shame part that I'm talking about. Like so you and I had that talk, right? Yeah. A couple of things that you said I employed, right, in the situation, and then, but if it's like me and my boy, and we agree, say me and Pavy see each other every day, right? And we agree upon we're gonna do this. Then I go against that shit. I don't want to tell this nigga I did that, because, you know, like we made the pact.
We all. That's what we do though. That's what we do.
It's a pride thing, bro. Shame and pride are so very closely tied, bro, that a lot of people don't even look at it in that perspective, bro.
No, absolutely.
But also the issue with that is like, you have to create spaces in which people feel comfortable expressing themselves to you.
Of course.
Yeah,
so like,
that's absolutely. The relationship.
So for instance, like this is my homie, right?
Yeah.
If he do something or whatever, and then he tell me like, yo, we went against that. If he feels that he can't express himself to me, that's probably something that I didn't create a space
absolutely.
That like that. So that's something that you got to work out between friends.
Absolutely.
Nobody should ever. You should like never feel like your homie. Because for one, they should want the best for you.
Of course.
So you shouldn't feel like you're getting
not
like
everybody homie want the best.
I mean, obviously, but like yes, but also like you shouldn't. You gotta know how to talk to people, and people don't know how to talk to people. Which is like also another issue. You can't like talk down on someone. You gotta like talk to them.
Right. You can't talk at somebody.
Communication is one of the most like
nobody knows how to communicate.
Oh my god, it's so bad within business, personal relationships, and that's why I be telling everybody, bro. The best kind of relationships, bro, are organic and natural ones, bro. Because you're going to have the best source of communication within those. So if we got a good communication, you know what I'm saying, stream between us as friends, it's going to be easier to operate business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But a lot of the time, niggas just don't know how to do simple communication. Even just something I was dealing with last night, bro. Like, you're not going to show up. You're going to tell me you're going to be here at 1 o'clock, bro. If you're not going to show up, I'm more mad at the fact that you didn't call. It's disrespectful that you didn't call and say you wasn't going to show up, bro.
I didn't deal with that with some talent. I got the whole shit set up, ready to shoot the show. I get a call. Yo, I'm at a bar with my friends. What you mean? You supposed to be shooting? You supposed to be 30 minutes ago.
Come on,
like,
bro.
My bad, I'll be there in 30 minutes to an hour. No, I'm tearing this shit down. I'm going about my day. Like, nah.
Let me transition into this. I think we could. I agree with this. I don't know if everybody else agree with this, but I specifically sought out a black woman as a therapist. I have 2, actually.
I feel you.
That's something I think that's underrated within our community, and even someone like me, bro. We're just taught to be strong and dominant, bro. And we're not taught to like, bro. One of the biggest things I ever was taught in life, bro, is to never show weakness, bro. You know what I'm saying? Never let him see you sweat. Never show fear. It's like within being conditioned to have that mentality, things like having a therapist, bro, and really being able to talk about your problems and shit like that when you can't talk to you, it's it's really underrated, you know what I'm saying, and it's overlooked within our community.
But my old girl kept telling me like, yo, you should go to therapy, like you've been through a lot of shit. I'm like, I used to go to therapy, like it don't really. I've had therapy when I was a kid. I don't personally feel like those particular environments like empower me to feel like I'm gonna need to talk things through with somebody where they can actually give me feedback on like
you need to feel that connection.
It's not even that. For me, like when I was in therapy when I was a kid, it was more so of them like trying to just be like, yo, you should be happy. And I'm just like, nah, I shouldn't be happy because shit's fucked up and I got to figure it out. Right. My version of therapy is like a therapist letting me do the equivalent like sitting on a whiteboard and working through a problem and not just like hearing it and being like, how do you feel about that? Now go home and write 6 ways you can improve.
Here's a
like that works
shit
for some people, but it don't work for me because my mind is always fucking going. So I need somebody to more so just hear it and be like, nah, you sound irrational.
Well, that's why I say black women, because black women always get like we all have black.
That's usually why my girlfriends are usually my best friends though, because like they'll sit and listen to it, and then once they start to see like the shit that I'm talking about ain't just like fucking gibberish, they'll be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Like you should do that.
Well, this is why I say this as well, because it's similar to what you're saying. Like your girl's your best friend. Like I lost my relationship, I lost who was my best friend at the time. You know what I mean? Like, and that's devastating in itself. Yeah. It's not the person that I thought was my person. I don't have that person no more. I feel you. So now I don't know what to do with all this shit. I don't know where to communicate it. I don't know where to put it. It's still going to stream out of me. You know what I'm saying? Love, frustration, whatever. But where do I direct it now? So that's why I work. Black woman.
That's why I fucking work. I work nonstop. Yeah. From the moment I get up to the moment I go to sleep. Only time I don't work is when I'm chilling with my girl, or I'm just like, yo, I'm tired as fuck. I'm just gonna take 3 hours and I'm gonna just watch some TV.
And I get it.
I work through to avoid those feelings, bro.
That's like, also why I smoke weed, because weed is the only thing
it's a suppressant.
No. It's not even on the suppressant side. It's like I'm incapable of relaxing. Mm-hmm. Like, but not like motherfuckers with anxiety where it's like, oh shit, like that. It's just like, yo, like I got shit to be fucking doing. Like I could be doing, some shit. So the reason why I started smoking, and not even, and at first I used to smoke like sativas and shit when I used to edit, cause like as a creative, I could get through a whole video in like 2 hours. That's like a whole music video in 2 hours.
That's me and this person right here. Camarena right here.
See, the only difference with alcohol for me is I feel like alcohol for me is something that
I can focus with it.
Is that I can't focus with alcohol because it makes me too erratic and too slow.
Really?
Versus weed is more so of like relax.
That. Really?
With alcohol is more of like, yo, I'm getting low. If that makes sense.
See, that makes sense. But it has an adverse effect for me. For me, it's the opposite.
Like alcohol brings me down, but I enjoy drinking alcohol because it's like a social thing.
See, my thing
like if I lived in Montana, I probably wouldn't be drinking. I'd probably just be like burning pounds.
If I smoke, so we had the edibles last night. Shout out to Pender. Shout out to Raj.
Shout out to Cody.
Yeah, but they brought me to. Sorry, just real quick, just because this was my intro to LA again. So they brought me to Dr. Dre's studio last night.
Dope.
That shit was fucking amazing. Loudest speakers I ever heard.
Can you call it the pharmacy?
Is that what it's called? It's called the pharmacy? Okay. I went to the pharmacy. I didn't know the official name. I just stepped in there. They treated me. They got me some food. But they gave me these edibles, and then I was just high all night. And I was in my feelings all night. That's why I hate fucking smoking weed or just have marijuana. It's other highs.
See, but
that's also why I like it, because I can think with it.
I don't like smoking by myself. If I'm by myself, I'll have a drink. But also, I'm an only child, so it's like all the talking through. I never had nobody to talk to. Like it wasn't.
You always sorted out yourself.
I didn't talk to my grandma. I didn't talk to my dad. Everybody was like 50 years older than me.
Yeah.
I never had nobody to talk to. So like that stuff isn't as much of an issue with me.
So the feelings we're talking about having is like shit that you feel on the daily.
Nah, it's just like I just deal with it on my own. It's not that big of a deal. Like I know it's like okay, like I've been like.
See, but
at every stage in life,
mental health and conditioning, though, dog. We're just taught, like you're talking about. You're just taught. I just get through it, bro. We're just taught. We're conditioned to just get through it, bro. We're not taught to talk to nobody, bro, or really even to engage with nobody about our problems, bro. We're taught that our problems is our problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I'm not taught that it's like our problems. It's just like some things. It's just like I feel I can sort out on my own. And if I really need to express myself, like I know I got people that I could talk to. If I really need to get a word like out of somebody, but some things like I would much rather just try to sort out on my own, at least at first.
For sure.
And then if I really need to talk to somebody, then cool. Because again, like one thing I've noticed just throughout life is I've thought stuff was the end of the world at every stage in life. And then it's like you keep going, and it's like, well, you know that wasn't really that.
Perspective comes in.
Like that wasn't really
that.
Perspective,
you know.
Yeah.
And you know we don't think about, bro. From the time that we're babies, bro, everything is perspective. Nigga, when we see babies crying, bro, it's because whatever is going on is the most traumatic thing that's ever happened to them at that point in life, bro.
Right.
We go through traumatic instances, and it just becomes more and more. No,
baby right now.
I mean, look,
I'm good. Everything is therapy for me right now.
You're straight, bro.
I'm taking it in. It's good. I'm not offended at all.
I mean, if you Like if you said like if you
a bitch.
if you sad over your woman, G, it's like very respectable and very like you like should be. If you weren't, then you would be a psychopath.
Right, yeah.
So like everything you feeling, you should feel.
You be the nigga from American
If you
Psycho.
don't, then that would actually be something that's wrong with you if you didn't feel it.
Yeah, I dig it.
Yeah,
but like,
what was that, like 5 years? That's a long time.
Yeah, if you date somebody for like, granted, I've never dated nobody for 5 years. First of all, most girlfriends I had, I really wasn't even cool with them like that. So I can't. So like, dead ass. Like I can't.
This is the nigga
dead ass. So I can't really relate to like.
I
what
love
you
the
saying.
proverbs though.
I can't relate to what you saying on that level, but still, like,
I dig it.
if you've been with somebody for 5 years, if you didn't feel this way, then you would be weird.
Right.
Then you would be psychotic and psycho. I'd be like, yo, like what the hell wrong with you, bro?
Sociopathic,
Like,
for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
So it's like
sociopath.
everything you feeling, you should feel.
Yeah.
You should be like, damn, I don't know who to talk to. Like that's
See,
all.
you know, part of the thing is with that, bro. Sometimes we just need to tell people,
embrace it.
We need to know that to feel these feelings are alright, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a lot
feelings
of the time,
are alright.
You know, but sometimes you think
feelings
about shit,
right.
dog, and you're within question within
That's
yourself.
like,
Am I being a bitch? You know what I'm saying? Or am I overthinking this? Or sometimes you just need that affirmation or that confirmation from someone that is either went through it or someone close to you that you know that you're not being irrational. You know what I'm saying? Or this isn't extreme or too much.
Real quick, this is why I said that I prefer the black women therapists, because I feel like they've been through a lot more than this. I say that in the aspect of that their feelings haven't always been taken into consideration with things, and they've had to suppress far longer and far more than we've had to. Yeah. Because we can always come home and then like emote, and we get a chance to like express ourselves and be loud and be the dominant ones in our homes, right? Like if you live with your girl or your mom, your grandma, whoever it may have been, we get an opportunity to do that at home. We may not be able to do that in the world, and then our women become our punching bags.
I couldn't even do that shit at the crib.
And I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't agree with it. I don't think it should happen. I think we should treat our women better. I think the change in the world starts with the way that we treat women. But I also feel like, from someone that's gone through it, because again, I have two therapists. One's 25 and the other one's 46. They're able to give me things from a more modern perspective and then a more traditionalist standpoint. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and I can take the good and the bad.
Imagine talking to a 25-year-old like, yo, help me with
this. She's tight though, bro.
Give me the veteran.
Nah, I need
that. Give me the veteran. I need that veteran. I need that veteran. I need that veteran.
That's had less life experience.
Let me tell you why I did that.
I need that veteran.
Let me tell you why I did that. Because she
was 25. You're just getting that first lap around the block at 25.
But I just want to say that I'm not disrespecting your therapist.
Of course not. But this is why I did that, because it ties into black entrepreneurship. She's trying to get her own practice, right?
Yeah.
And my job covers 100% of any therapy.
Yeah. So that's partially you supporting your own people too.
Absolutely. 1,000 fucking %.
And this is something I had a client,
and that's why
a conversation I had with a client last night, bro. So I completely understand that.
Yeah.
And I was just telling them, within me, acting within whatever I do, I try as much that I can to support or circulate my money within my own people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or people, even if it's not within my own people, I'll go to the second, you know what I'm saying, extent of that, of being a smaller business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's gonna sound bad. I try to, but motherfuckers do bad business.
Bad business.
Niggas do bad business
in the black community, especially.
And for me, you can ask him. I'm a customer service person. I will I will go and fill out a survey on McDonald's so that way they can get talked to that employee that was being a dickhead.
That was me this
because I don't come to McDonald's to deal with problems with employees. I come to McDonald's to get my burger and my fries in under 5 minutes. So you know what I mean? Like that's what I come there for. That's why McDonald's got fucking 100,000 restaurants and served over 99 billion customers. You know what I mean?
You see that shit?
And literally, I'll put it this way: the other day, I went to a barbecue place. Right, it's a sit down barbecue place. So I took the homie Chris there, and we there.
Shout out to Chris,
and right, and it's like Memphis style. So like none of the shit on the plate like come with sides. It just come with beans and potato salad and a roll. Right. So I'm like, all right, cool. But then you got like all of the fucking premium sides on the side for like $4.50 or like all of this other shit on top of this $15 meal. Okay, so I'm like, it's a black owned business. So you're like, yeah. So I'm like, so what kind of macaroni do y'all have? He's like, oh, well, we got the fresh stuff, fresh out the pan. I'm like, can I taste like a small sample of the macaroni? He's like, do you go to McDonald's and ask them for a sample of a Big Mac? I'm like, come on, bro. Now, listen.
I mean, do you?
No, but this is not the point. No, but this is not the point, though. This is not the point.
No. Wait a
minute. This is the point. I'm patronizing your business. Not only am I patronizing your business, you don't know who I am. You don't know who I'm bringing into your business. So regardless of if it's about me asking you about that, What if he was thinking, you know what, shit, if he say the macaroni good, I'm gonna order me a macaroni too.
Right. The word of mouth spread, especially with
now, if I didn't want the macaroni, cool. But you immediately turn off a potential sale when all you could have literally did was go grab a little piece of it. If I'm like, yo, like I like this, give it. Don't get me wrong. And once he gave me the side of macaroni, right. I ate. I'm like, yo, this shit is fire. It tastes like my mom used to make it. Give me a side of it. But before that, I was like, man, I'm like, it's cool. I don't even want it. Then he went back there and was like, all right, I'll bring you a sample. And I was like, I didn't want it. So you didn't immediately turn me off to wanting to even get it. Then you come back with the shit, and I tried. I'm like, yo, it's great. Well, you could have been like, yo, we usually don't give out samples, but I'll let you try it. It's great.
It's it's personability. You know what I'm saying?
No. That 25 cent of macaroni and cheese that he gonna waste.
Not even.
Because if you exactly, not even.
I'm the type person.
Because when you go to the supermarket, they give you samples for the shit for you to try.
That's just me. Like I'm the type of person. I wouldn't even ask for a sample.
So McDonald's ain't giving out samples, but Costco is because they want you to buy shit.
All of that shit, bro, is perspective, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't even ask for a sample.
I would.
Right, but even like you have to look at it from the perspective of the nigga giving the sample, bro. You know what I'm saying? A nigga, you might have been the 8th nigga that came in today and asked for a sample.
It don't matter.
And the 7 niggas prior to you might not have bought the mac and cheese, bro.
Okay, so
it doesn't matter.
So my question is this.
I understand.
So my question is this.
Perfect business. Look, perfect business says it doesn't matter, bro. But you know what I'm saying? Human nature says something otherwise.
But you gotta. But when is it?
Because you gotta think about it, right? If I go to that, no, but this is the thing. This is the thing that a lot of black business owners don't think about when I'm talking about customer service. I will go to fucking Wingstop and they will be talking shit about me 6 feet away from me, like I can't fucking hear. Like, oh, like it's time for your break. Go on your break. He can wait. Like the fucking manager said that before. Like I'm standing. I'm like, God damn, I'm standing right here. Yeah, I got on sweats and shit. You don't know who I am.
So do you guys know who?
Boy, about the mac and cheese thing, right? Okay, cool. Let's just say you make a whole pan of mac and cheese. It costs them what? $15, $20 to make this whole pan of mac and cheese, right?
Maybe.
You sell 5 of them, and that pan of mac and cheese is now profitable, and everything you make after you sell that $20 worth is profit, right?
Come on,
so if I come in with a group and I ask you that, let's say you say that in front of a group, I decide not to eat your mac and cheese. Somebody at the table like, damn, I definitely wanted to know how that shit tasted because I was gonna get one. You just missed out on 2 potential sales that's working towards you taking off of that fucking mac and cheese because you don't want to give me the 25 cents equivalent to try it when I'm at a and also the difference between you and McDonald's is you're not a fast food restaurant. You're a sit-down barbecue fucking house restaurant with $5 sides. You're not paying $5 for them French fries at McDonald's. You're not paying $5 for them French fries at McDonald's. Stop that.
So last time we came, we all went to
2 for $5 fish fillets.
We all went to Roscoe's, right?
It is.
We all sat down in a big ass group of Roscoe's. Like 3 or 4 of us ordered macaroni and cheese.
Roscoe's trash, by the way.
And that shit, yes, it is. That shit, except for the waffles, it's still.
Shout out to the Roscoe's on Manchester, though. Look, the one on Manchester should be putting nigga on.
But what I'm saying is, so we all ordered macaroni and cheese. We got these small ass ramekins that were like $4, right?
Right.
And they were small sizes. So we're talking about like a traditional pan. You know what I'm saying? That we have like a family barbecue and shit like that. If you're doing that fucking scoops, like ice cream scoop full of fucking ice cream.
No, for sure. A nigga's gonna make $150 off that pan that costs him $50. And it's 1,000% markup, bro.
So you potentially closing a percentage of your markup on this
because
it's perspective, bro. I'm with it. And it's customer service, bro.
So at the end of the day, niggas don't have good customer service.
You go to Baskin Robbins, you can sample any ice cream there. Any ice cream spot you go to, you can sample ice cream because you've never had it before.
But again,
that's the premise that we're working on, right? You've never had it before.
Within this point that we're at right now, bro.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you expect better service from a chain, or do you expect better service from a like? Do you expect the experience to be intimate if you go to it like this is a one-off spot? There's only one location. Do you expect you expect the service to be?
Yes, but intimacy is not synonymous with customer service.
Hey,
like even us. I'll say this. Intimacy is right. We sell merch. People go and they buy our merch. Every time somebody go and they buy a piece of our merch, I go inside of the fucking merch site and I will literally send them a message and I customize it on my phone when I'm sending it to them when they bought it. Like, hey, thank you for buying this. We appreciate you supporting us. Let us know if you need anything or you want to talk about anything. I don't have to do
That's
that.
amazing.
I could literally,
I
could literally just hit the generic greeting. No, look. I could literally just hit the generic greeting, which is which is technically I'm servicing the customer by saying thank you with the generic shit, where it's gonna put the fucking t-shirt name in it, and it's gonna say thank you for shopping with me because it's a singular experience, right?
Okay,
right.
So
that's the job, but the intimacy comes with me saying, directing it to you as the person.
Wait, there's a parallel here because he does customization shit like that as well.
So I very much feel that. So what I want to ask you though, right, is do you do that because do you do that because of who you are as a person, or do you do that because you know that it's a tool that's going to generate more clientele or more?
No. I do that because they're patronizing.
That's a real answer. It's a culmination of both, right?
You want to know why I do that?
I feel the same way.
You want to know why I do that? Because as a business owner, co-business owner, every dollar that ain't in the business bank account is going to come out of my bank account. So you're helping to support the business, and if you're gonna patronize my business, I owe you the respect as the customer. To treat you with respect, to not be angry to you, to not have an attitude because I showed up to work. Because if that's the case, you shouldn't be working there. When I go to a big chain, the reason why you go to big chains, the reason why you go to Targets and fucking Walmarts over the mom and pop shits is because you expect the same items to be there. You expect the same customer service experience. You expect it to be passive. You also expect it to be intimate at the same time, and you expect to get everything that you wanted from that experience. And when you don't, usually you walk away from that being like, yo, I ain't never going to Target again. I ain't never going to Walmart. I'm not ever going to this shit. I don't even remember that off the top of my head. Like, I mean, yes, but that's because you probably haven't had a terrible experience doing that.
I just don't care like that.
Yes, you know what's crazy? But that's you.
That's just me. I just don't care like that.
But look, but that's you. But think about the people that write YouTube comments and Yelp reviews. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Those are the people that are patronizing your business. So yeah, that macaroni and cheese gonna matter to me.
That's what
I'm be like, man, the whole group wanted to get macaroni and cheese. The dude was like, "What you think we McDonald's when I'm at a sit down style restaurant?" And now I ain't get it, and we was like, "Damn, fuck it, we ain't gonna even get it." He could have missed out on if it was me and 4 other people. That's 20 to $25. Yeah. So it's simple things with customer service. Just be alert, be aware, realize that you only getting paid because you got customers. Because when your customers ain't there, you Sears, your ass is gone. When your customers ain't there, you Kmart, your ass is gone, bro.
Part of that, look, bro, is what I told Darryl earlier when we was in the Uber.
All right, I'm what you said, peace. I'm gonna move on.
It's perspective. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone has the same
perspective on things,
right?
Because they have the same experiences,
right?
But I'm just saying, if Costco give out their shit for free, they got certain brands that come.
But again, because the difference between Costco, so like within that, with the perspective is like a Costco nigga, they're gonna sell shit regardless, bro. And this was even what I was gonna say to you, bro. Wait.
No,
please.
As someone who used to work for a green tea manufacturer, it's fine. I mean,
nigga, we're having a conversation, bro.
Think about all the people that's thinking about running a black business that's gonna listen to this shit and be like, yo, this is how niggas feel.
Like what? This is how niggas gonna sit and play. Though we might as well be playing dominoes right now.
That's shit to get to.
I feel you. We can still get to that, but all I'm gonna say is this.
Okay, so what I was gonna say within that, right, bro?
Go ahead, fuck me.
So do you expect? So
this
when you say
ever.
No, it's not, bro, because it matters.
No, we're talking about real shit, bro.
If you a black business owner, you need to hear this shit.
So like what you were saying, bro.
Because your homie's not gonna tell you that your customer service shit because they your homies.
If a nigga has, so if you have a bad,
and we chill. That's all I'm saying.
And if a nigga has a bad customer service experience, right?
You gotta really do some evil shit to me.
No.
Okay, this is a question. How many failing businesses have you made?
Failing?
Yeah.
A lot.
I done had like 6 failing businesses.
Come on, bro. This is my 6th clothing line, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
At 29, this is number 6, bro.
Yeah, that's all good.
But this is all part of the thing that what I realized, bro, within analyzing people I follow or idolize or look up to, bro. It's just part of the journey, bro. You gonna look back, and that's why I love watching.
But at some point, you gotta get it right.
As weird as Nardwuar interviews are, bro. Mm-hmm. You love to watch. I love to watch his interviews, bro, because I love to see what people were tied to and shit. You know the come up to their put on. You know what I'm saying? I like to see the weird information that a nigga's not gonna know. You know what I'm saying? That this nigga made 5 failing businesses before this popped for him, because what the public only knows is what popped for him. You know what I'm saying?
I've been making businesses since I was 12. You got to get better at customer service if you want to build a lasting business.
That's a big thing.
Like even Ye, right?
So.
Or actually even Big Baller Brand. Big Baller Brand might have survived the whole scandal if they had better customer service. Because everybody was complaining about getting responses, about shipping being late. That's all customer service. And also the one last thing, and I'm done with it after this. The other thing about like the pan of mac and cheese as like a conversation piece in terms of thinking about it and putting it in perspective, right? No, listen. That small business is not going to pay for advertising, right?
Nah.
So the best advertising you get as a small business is word of mouth advertising. I had a friend who came in from Washington, the state of Washington. Never been to your small business in Los Angeles, California. I bring this person to your business, right? They have a good experience in your business. They not just gonna carry that between me and that person. Right. When people ask them, yo, when you went to LA, what did you do? Oh, I ate at this place. I ate at this great barbecue place. They had some killer mac and cheese. The homie tried it, and then I was like, yo, I'm gonna get it. And I go there. So if you ever go to LA, try this place. It's fire. I tell it to people all the time about places in Chicago. That's how you build an international reputation.
Absolutely.
Roscoe's don't become the international house of fucking fried chicken and waffles without people internationally coming and trying their shit and their reputation spreading around the world. So when you don't get that sample out, you potentially cutting off people that's in a whole other place that you don't even know about. Cause I could have brought him there. He from LA. He ain't never been there. He gonna be around some people that ain't from LA. And if he is, and they like, yo, I want barbecue, we gonna go there. So that's all I'm saying. It's like it matters because all of it ties into your marketing, into your business.
It does.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, we got to leave it alone. We're not talking no more.
I'm done on that.
We're talking about bitches now. So I'm playing. Now we're gonna talk women's sports. Sorry, ladies.
Women's sports.
My topic.
Look. The start of this conversation.
My topic because I'm covering this.
Look, this says you starting this conversation and a nigga not wanting to end the last conversation says everything that a nigga's gonna say about this conversation, bro.
Oh, come on, don't do that, man.
I'm being honest, bro.
Well, okay. So real fast. No, that's not how it's gonna play out. I promise.
Hey, look, bro. I'm just being.
I bet no. Well, okay. So look, this is why
I'm an innocent bystander.
I said bitches and ladies, I apologize. I didn't mean it in that context. We just had to break away from that. But I did want to talk about women's sports because the NCAA women's softball championships is on right now, and there've been some amazing fucking games. Like we're watching great games last weekend. I watched LSU versus Arizona. I think it was. I think Arizona took that. Yesterday was Oklahoma versus. I forgot who. Oklahoma versus Alabama. I didn't stay for the entire game because I was on a plane watching that shit, but that shit was amazing.
You talking about volleyball?
No, I'm talking about women's softball.
Okay.
But it was tight though, because it's playoffs for them.
I actually like women's softball.
I don't watch any type of baseball in any form until the playoffs come.
One of my cousins played women's softball. She played for U of H, University of Houston, and they played in like the tournament. Like they went to the World Series and stuff. So
I bring that up because that shit's actually exciting. And exciting, and it's what everything a man, quote unquote, would ask for. Like in the sport, like very physical women, very attractive women as well, thick bodies, and these tight ass clothes. There was some. I'm telling you right now, but the picture for LSU had some shit going. I fuck with her, yeah. And one of the batters last night, it was intriguing to me because one of the batters last night for Oklahoma's been like I guess the top program since 2015. Yeah, they've won 2 national championships, I think 16 and 17. They've been in the tournament for X amount of time. They're like top 5 in statistics. Yeah, like over the past like 5 or 6 years, because they got a new coach and shit. It's been fucking amazing. They've been on a great run. I watched this chick last night. She was down. She had the 3-0 pitch, and she swung strike. And then her next 2 swings were fucking foul balls. Right. So I'm thinking like, how's she gonna get out of this jam? Like I think her batting average was something like 359. Like her on base percentage was something like 600. Something like she was fucking tight. You could tell she was tight. Beautiful girl too. Right. She fucking singled down the middle, right past the pitcher, bro, in between first and second. It was dope. She got on base, but the whole crowd was hype. It was tied 1-1, and everybody was invigorated. And then she drove a run in off of that, right off of her single. Someone was at third. They came 2-1 game. It was exciting as fuck. That's as exciting and at bat as you could possibly fucking have, right? She got herself out of a jam. She fucking killed it. She came through for her team. And I'm wondering on the plane, like, why is this not more exciting? Because I went to the Mariners game the other day, just by contrast.
What do you mean? Why is it more
exciting?
And that
shit is terrible. Why is it not more this right now, bro?
It is exciting.
Why is there not more excitement around it, though?
No.
Well,
it's softball.
No,
it's not that. It's women's sports, bro.
No, it's women's sports.
It's just
as a guy who works in entertainment, I'm going to tell you this: it's marketing. It's marketing, and then it's also entertainment seasonality.
Listen to me, bro. Okay. It's marketing, bro, but it's partially that it's marketable. It doesn't matter how much you market it, how well. And you can put the same amount of marketing money into the WNBA as the NBA, bro.
That's not true.
Listen.
That's not true. As someone who has to go to a WNBA preseason game at a city college, that's not true.
Bro, what I'm saying is, bro, you're not going to get the same return. So what you're saying is not true.
Game in a city college.
You saying it's not true is telling me that if you put the same amount of marketing money into WNBA as the NBA, you would get the same results.
No, but it's the risk and reward of the marketing. That's the reason why they spend $500 million on a Marvel movie, because they know that they can make $1.5 billion on it.
Right.
It's more of a high risk gamble. The same reason why black filmmakers don't get a lot of films, because it's a high risk gamble, and you got to be able to sell either ads against it, and if you can't sell ads against it, you have to sell subscriptions against it. If you can't sell subscriptions against it, then you're fucked, and that programming is not on television.
So basically, within you saying that, you're unconsciously saying that there's no really way to build interest. You know what I'm saying?
No, I am. I am. That goes through cultivating a fan base. But how? What do you mean? How?
You have to build. No, bro.
Because
you just said if
as a kid, I used to watch NCAA softball. As a kid, I used to watch that. But what you also have to understand is that NCAA softball game that's on is probably going to be on at the same time as other primetime sports. Baseball. I actually had a conversation about this at work. We were talking about baseball. I'm like, it's 162 baseball games in a season. There are 30 teams in the MLB. 162 times 30. That's 4,860 games a season in the MLB. Right, so if I'm a fan of what has been since the beginning of the dawn of the sport, right, the apex of the league, why am I going to watch a different version of that while the same thing that's been the apex for 100 years is on at the same time? Right. They're all niche market types of sports.
Right. It's hard to integrate anything.
It's not that hard, but it takes marketing efforts. But with the marketing efforts, you got to think about your ROI and your return on your investment. If I'm in the MLB and we running commercials all day long for MLB, if we can sell 1,000 more tickets at this stadium game for $20 more than an NCAA softball game, we gonna make that much more than an NCAA softball game. So we gonna spend that much more on marketing effort, so that way we can try to jack that ticket price up. If you heard, do you remember when Magic was on First Take talking about LeBron coming to the Lakers? He was like, people can say what they want to about the Lakers are not trading LeBron. Since LeBron came to the Lakers, viewership is up 31%. Ticket sales are up. We sold out every single one of the games, and the Lakers jerseys are the number one selling jerseys in the NBA this season because LeBron came there. That's money. That's marketing though. Huh? But that's marketing.
No.
If you the Lakers, you gave LeBron that max contract.
Marketing, bro. I'm looking at it as influence, bro. The same reason. Look, I'm gonna tell you the same exact reason. Look, my bad. I'm just a nigga, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
That can't be used every time. I don't do this. That last time.
But part of the thing is, dog, I don't do this. You niggas do this on a regular, dog. I don't do this on a regular. You feel me? So that's being a nigga tapping the table.
We just be talking, to be honest. But I feel you. Everybody think it's magical. We just be talking.
This nigga don't have no etiquette.
No, that's all it is. I'm sorry. I don't got podcast etiquette. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't no podcast etiquette. We talk over each other all the time. But sorry for ruining your show, Reese.
But it's influence, bro. And what I'm gonna say is that it's the same reason that Gildan was the lowest quality, lowest selling t-shirt brand, bro. And I'm gonna relate this to my market. You know what I'm saying?
This to me. I gotta hear this.
It was the lowest selling, bro. The worst. Me as a manufacturer, bro, as a t-shirt manufacturer, if I'm gonna advise anyone, I'm gonna tell them not to buy Gildans, bro. But because Kanye printed all of Yeezy Season 6 on Gildan, bro, Gildan went from a struggling, failing company, bro, to they bought out American Apparel.
Did they?
They bought out A-Style. You know what I'm saying? They bought out All-Style.
That's marketing, though. And American Apparel's been failing for years.
Wait a minute, bro. It's not marketing. It's influence, bro. If Kanye never printed on Gildan, bro,
influence is marketing.
Gildan would be under, bro.
Influence is marketing, bro.
Bro, influence is not marketing, bro. Influence is influence, bro. That
was a circumstantial thing that happened. Kanye West was trying to get his merchandise printed for the cheapest amount that he could. So he went to the cheapest thing just because the people that he influences.
But he didn't sell it for no cheaper.
It doesn't. Marketing. Him printing, like, you don't always have to pay for marketing. Marketing is anything that anybody is just plastered. Him printing his stuff on those shirts is free marketing for Gilded. It's still marketing.
It is.
It's marketing.
I don't see how you guys don't see it. Kanye is the market. It's not marketing. Kanye is the market, bro. Kanye is the market, bro.
Look. If you got a shirt, right? And you got a dope shirt, right? And let's say fucking Travis Scott finds your dope shirt and wears it. You didn't pay for this, but that's marketing. It's free marketing.
See, look, I'm telling you, in the business of Travis Scott doesn't find your shit, bro. You find Travis Scott. Bro.
Why do you? No, that's not true. Why do you think they call it?
I'm telling you, this is the business that I work in, bro. Like,
it doesn't matter though.
Because that's not with everything, though.
It's not with everything. Or like I said earlier,
but you know what? But you find Travis Scott sending free product. You want to know why? He wears it as free marketing.
Exactly. No. See that I agree
with Travis Scott specifically. When the kids asked him, "Yo, can we, design this shirt with the rodeo logo or whatever the fuck it was, for high school graduating class."
I remember that.
Yes,
I remember this.
Right,
and 2017, right?
And this is just last year.
Okay, last year.
This year. I'm sorry, it was this past January. And the kids were like, "Yo, for our graduating class, we want to do this. Design this shirt." They designed one and they sent it to him. He was like, "Oh, this is kind of tight, but instead, I'll design one for your graduating class, and I'll just give it to you guys, the whole school, whatever."
Right.
Nigga, them shirts sold for over $1,000.
Yeah, so free marketing.
That's free fucking marketing.
Free marketing, great PR,
listen to me,
he donated to the kids.
Exactly.
So great.
That's marketing itself.
I just don't think you guys don't see that. It's not the market or the marketing, bro. It's Travis Scott. It's
bro, I manage entertainers, G. That's how that shit works.
Bro, look, understand. I work in the entertainment business, bro.
Look, all this shit is marketing, bro.
Even if you talk about commercials, the person is the market, bro.
Even if you talk about the WNBA, right? Okay. So recently, the first Sparks game they had in Vegas, Kobe came to the game. It's marketing for the WNBA. It's marketing. Even if you can grab a picture.
But Kobe is the influence there, bro.
Let him talk.
But listen, it's still marketing for the league. They didn't pay nothing for it. It's still marketing.
Yeah, it's free marketing.
Like Kobe walked to the game, people on Twitter, oh shit, clicked on Kobe walking in somewhere.
Right.
Even if they didn't know it was a game going on, they saw Kobe going there. It's marketing for the league.
And then you subsequently see the product, which is the WNBA.
Exactly.
It is marketing, bro. But what I'm saying is Kobe is the market, bro. They're not checking for the WNBA.
I got a question to end this. I got a question to end this. Did Kobe pay for them tickets?
No.
Did Kobe pay for the tickets?
No, you know he didn't, bro.
No, he didn't.
Free marketing.
It's marketing for the Sparks. No, I get it. But what I'm saying, bro, is the influence is the market, bro.
That don't make sense. Because if you the Sparks, you could have took that money from them ticket sales, and that could have been money that your franchise is earning. But you give Kobe Bryant them free tickets and his AAU team all free tickets because you know that $200 that you gonna spend on them tickets is worth Kobe Bryant coming to your game and you marketing and using his influence. You can use him on press materials now. You can use him on pictures. You can use him on video. You can put him on this shit up at the Jumbotron. Kobe loved the Sparks. Kobe, can we get a quick soundbite from him? Oh yeah, I love WWE. Like all of that shit is a coordinated marketing effort, bro.
Like you guys, I understand that it's marketing, bro. But I'm saying is that person is without that person, without Kobe, bro, you can't interchange that with somebody.
You're going to a place we're not going.
Okay, sorry.
I want to say this
around. But I'm saying, I understand that's marketing, bro.
I feel what you're talking about is the importance not being placed, the emphasis not being placed on women's sports. I did talk to a young lady. She plays for the University of Cincinnati. We had to talk about the NCAA championship game. It was Baylor.
Baylor and Notre Dame.
Baylor and Notre Dame. Yeah. And I forgot the young lady's name from Notre Dame. She's a fucking star. I forgot what her name is.
There's Marina Marbury. She's on the Sparks, and then there's you talking about the African, black girl.
The
black girl. I know her.
Her name starts with an O. I forgot her name.
I know she is, but I don't know.
She's fucking amazing.
She's cold.
She took the last shot. She missed, unfortunately.
I mean, she won it the year before. Remember?
They did win the year before.
She won it, and this year she missed it.
But my thing was when it ended, and a lot of us watched the game. I know a lot of people that actually watched the game.
I love NCAA women's. I like it better than WNBA.
And I love all college sports better than I love the pros.
I was gonna say everyone's gonna say that.
NCAA basketball is terrible.
I love NCAA football.
NCAA basketball and football.
NCAA football is awful too.
Yeah, they're both awful.
They're terrible.
Fuck out of here.
They're the most. They're literally just the most amateur versions of what you're seeing. But the fact is that they also amateur. It looks mad exciting.
Not even that.
It's terrible football being played.
It's
terrible football being played.
No, it's not.
It is.
No lead is safe, bro. You have a 51-20 lead erased in 2 quarters.
That's tight.
It's not no experience, bro. It's just not the same experience as like the NFL, bro.
Here's the reason why I say this is because we talked about a very exciting game, right? And Pavy, the game was super challenging. It was enthralling. Mm-hmm. It was very exciting. Like even the storylines, right? Like you have this juggernaut who's become Notre Dame, right? Yeah. You don't have UConn in there. You don't have Tennessee in there. First time in there.
I think Baylor is one of them more like
coming up, right? Coming up. South Carolina had just got bounced. They have Don Staley as a coach, so it's amazing storylines, right? But then as soon as the game ended, there was no confetti. There was no, and I think it was played in Tampa this year. Like you would have thought that Tampa would have been like a hotbed for women's basketball.
Why do you think that?
Because the South has been lately for women's hoops, for women's high school and collegiate hoops.
But what makes you think Tampa would be?
I would have thought it was a regional thing. People would have drove down and all that type of shit. But like Pavy,
again, it's the interest
earlier. They blocked out like the third, the whole third set, 300 level shit.
Yeah.
And I'm watching it and I'm like, damn, like there's no fanfare, like. Nobody gives a fuck about what's going on. Like this senior who just won a national championship last year, who took the shot this year, missed, and there's no cameras on there really. You know what I'm saying? Baylor won their first national championship in however long.
But also, I have an answer.
It's more cyclical too, though. But that's also partly like the seasons. Then the players are more cyclical.
But when Nova won for men's the first time, niggas was hype.
Okay, but you also got to think about Diana, like people like Diana Taurasi. Diana Taurasi was like my favorite WNBA player. I mean, my favorite women's basketball player of all time. I haven't followed her in the WNBA. Her NCAA career to me will always be better than her WNBA career. Period. She's the greatest female basketball player I've ever watched. Period.
What about Shimmy Close?
No, ain't nobody touching Diana Taurasi. Diana Taurasi is the MJ of women's basketball to me. She won on every level. She was consistent, and she gave women ass buckets on buckets on buckets on buckets on buckets. Exactly.
Cheryl Miller is the best nigga.
If you're gonna say Cheryl Miller is Greg. Cheryl Miller, Greg.
Get out of here.
I just think that
Cheryl Miller is Greg.
By the time WNBA came,
I just think that
to your point, Diana Taurasi scores 100 points. You know what I'm saying? 118
you're in like
points. Let me know.
As far as the college women's game, you're in kind of like a transitional period. So it's like those storylines that you're talking about aren't the same as Connecticut's. What was the fucking win streak?
Like three.
No, game. No, they won like 75 games in a row.
Yeah, but it was like over 3.
I love that you pointed that out. Right? It's a transitional period. People watch high school sports, bro, because you want to see what college they're going to go to. Yeah. People watch college sports because you want to see what NBA team they're going to go to. Yeah. There's no that for the WNBA. You can be great in the in college, you know what I'm saying, the collegiate level but no one's looking for you to go to the WNBA. Is the difference.
I agree with that.
I do, but I think even that is changing. I think that even from just being around it, obviously I cover sports. You cover sports. Being around it, I'm even seeing even just on Twitter more people talking about it. Like more people that usually be talking about the NBA or at least speaking about the WNBA. I just think it's changing as you have access to social media. They're putting the games on Twitter. Like the games are more accessible to be watched now.
I think that the PR people for the league know that if they don't market it better, they're not going to.
It's going to fold.
And I think that. Especially because they opted out of the CBA in 2018 for next season, so they don't have a collective bargaining agreement for next season. We might not see the WNBA after the season. So if you're a marketing and PR person, this is the season for you all
to get it bracket.
I mean, to be able to go back to the NBA and say, "Yo, all of our numbers are up. We have more fans. We have more media outlets. We are getting more coverage. We need more money to market this league better in order for us to be able to get the influence that we need." The difference between the WNBA and the NBA is the same thing that you're talking about. But the difference is that college sports...
There's no appeal for it.
No, it's not that. College sports is marketed better than the WNBA because the college-centric sports is basically held up by the university and the boosters. The WNBA teams
they don't have to pay none of that money out.
The NBA is subsidizing the WNBA. So if I'm subsidizing you and I'm paying for all your shit, I'm going to give you the bare minimums until you can show me you can make all that money back.
You can make a return on the money I invested.
You can go and ask Dr. Dre to build a $100,000 building in USC and you're going to put his name on it. That's $100,000 in revenue where people not going to look at it as revenue, but it's revenue that you put back into the school to pay the teachers to build facilities and all this other stuff like that. But when you in the WNBA and you being subsidized by the NBA is looking at you like you're a bad investment.
So let me ask you this:
because the market for college,
What do we do to make it more profitable?
You have to market the games better. Literally, I'm going to my first WNBA game tonight. I literally said that I'm going to write an article called "The NBA Needs to Do Better by the WNBA." Right. But I said that predicated on the preseason game that I went to. So I want to go to an official game in Staples Center and see how the experience feels.
Is that Staples?
Yes. And see how the experience feels, and then I'll be able to formulate my full opinion. Okay. But based on my first experience with the WNBA, they were inside outside of what is the equivalent of a high school gymnasium. So how the fuck am I supposed to look at that like it's on the same level as a fucking NBA game when I gotta pay fucking $300 to sit in the goddamn nosebleeds in Staples to see LeBron fucking lose all day long? Okay. But I'm going to see these ladies go and sweat and hustle, and we in a high school type of arena.
So let me ask you this:
you have to give the sport more for it to give back, but also if the players aren't making enough money to support themselves and you're not marketing it in the same aspect, you can't expect it to grow. But I've also heard from people behind the scenes that say that the NBA doesn't want the WNBA to do as good as the NBA because of the marketing efforts, and they don't want to have to pull away from their marketing budget to give to the WNBA because they feel like it'll take away from the NBA.
So again, let me say this,
and I'm done on that.
Shout out to the WNBA for being featured on the NBA Live. Was it NBA Live 18?
Yeah.
NBA Live 19. What else? Shout out to them because that's an amazing fucking thing, and I'm sure for those ladies who grew up maybe not playing video games as much, like that's a whole new market to tap into. NBA Live might
they
be
play video
shit.
games.
Yeah. I don't know if they play sports video games. I grew up with a tennis that plays like college video
games.
If
you grew up hooping,
when you're done, I have an answer for this.
But let me say this: I do want to ask like about the fucking wage kind of discrepancy. You know, there's always there's like a huge.
I think there's a large part of, but what is that? What my thing with the wage discrepancy is? What does that have to do with the fan perspective? That has nothing to do with us. How much the players get paid?
All of it is marketing.
All I'm asking is,
you think the players play harder if they get paid more?
Can I ask you a question? Why do you think NBA Supermax contracts are $47.5 million going into these next years?
Well, because the money they're bringing in.
Through what?
Like it has to be
marketing, right?
Shit.
Television, sponsorships,
the TV
all the things, all the things that are tied to the NBA.
The NBA just signed over the next, I think, 5-6 years, 10 years, something like that.
Some crazy
a $4 to $6 billion TV commercial deal with Disney, which owns ABC, ESPN, and everything else in the entertainment industry at this point in time. Mm-hmm. So if you're the NBA, because of guys like Oscar Robertson going and taking the shit to court and you being able to collectively bargain for that percentage,
right?
I think the percentage is it's still split 51-49, and I think it's 51-49 owners versus players.
Yeah. Right. So they have the control. They have the majority control.
So that means that $3 billion has to be collectively split amongst all of these players. If you're the WNBA and nobody's running ads, I'm sure if we had a $25,000 marketing budget, we could get our Hoops and Brews ads in front of every goddamn WNBA game. Right? $25,000 for us to market against the NBA might get us like a video at Staples for one game, two games, 3 games.
Fam, the question becomes:
it might get us one commercial on Fox Sports Net for a couple days. You know what I mean?
What does it take in order to generate more money and more excitement?
To me, it takes.
And I'm not just talking about. I'm not just talking about the WNBA.
You have to be able to generate
interest, women's sports. Period.
They have to lower the rims. They have to lower the rims.
And that's what I said earlier, bro.
It's not sexist. It's not sexist. It's not because I have anything against women. Alina Deladon, the player. No. The WNBA superstar Alina Deladon has said she wouldn't mind if they lowered the rims to like around 8 or 9 feet. She said it's not going to be that big of a difference. It's not sexist.
Can I interject something right here?
Yes, but they use different sizes of tennis too. Rackets too.
The whole podcast.
Everyone has, bro. Don't please don't single me out, bro. Because you look.
I'm hosting.
I know you're hosting, but you're doing the same thing, bro.
It's my show.
You're doing the same thing. You're trying to get on me for.
No, but he's the host.
It's my show.
I understand that.
Go ahead.
That nigga knows as a host what you can do.
I don't understand that, bro. Because this is not my territory, dog. So I don't understand that. So what I'm gonna say.
Let's get something straight real quick. Sorry, and this is for all future niggas that come on this podcast. I'm the host, nigga. What's the name of the show? It's the Reese Show.
Nigga, this is my show. Look,
niggas come on and try to. Reese, you're doing. My nigga, I'm trying to tell you right now. I'm trying to be gracious to niggas, but
no, that's love. No, on everything.
Right. And I'm trying to flex on you. You're my nigga, but I'm just for all future niggas that come on this show and want to listen and try to, you know what I'm saying?
But there's certain things, dog. Like I understand what you're saying, bro. But sometimes, like at the end of the day, bro, we're having a conversation, bro. And the nigga want to make a point, bro.
Hey, brother.
If I wait for you to make your point, bro, my point is not going to be relevant to what bro was saying.
Nah, you just talk a lot.
That's cool. That's cool, bro.
It's not your point.
You invited me to.
You're just a talking ass nigga.
Hey, bro, because I got a lot to say, bro.
He said that shit last time. Remember that shit last time?
Yeah, he did.
That nigga said
he's like, y'all should have had me in the room.
You shouldn't have it. Nigga, control yourself. That's all it is.
Hey, what's the record limit on your camera video?
I'm trying to be a good great today, bro.
It's not gonna die. I'm just saying, like, in terms of like the SD card, how many minutes in a row can it record?
I think 30.
Okay, cool. Press it.
You tried it again?
Yeah, I did. Because I think it stopped. It probably stopped at like, it's still on. It probably stopped at like the 30-minute mark. But all right, come on, my bad. But no, the main thing that they have to do, number one, is realize that in the day and age of social media, all you need to do is find the smartest people in those genres to run your things. And a lot of these companies and tech companies, and I can say this specifically because I work inside of these companies, and I've helped to build a company that is sold for $700 million, was there for 5.5 years and worked there,
got my tickets
and stuff like that. So like, I have worked under the confines of working at a social media centric company, and seen the behind the scenes of how things are marketed, how companies market to people, how companies leverage influencers in order to market. I have managed an actor who has been on HBO's Insecure. I have fucking managed thousands of YouTubers. I have helped thousands of YouTubers. I run YouTubers' YouTube channels. I've optimized their videos. I know how to do all of this shit. But these different companies are coming from a traditional style of media. And all of this stuff is about ROI and the return on their investment. The WNBA is not a good return on an investment. That's why they're not going to market to it. In the NCAA, I guarantee you on average, I would say probably 60% of all Division I college basketball schools generate more revenue per season than the WNBA team does.
Oh, for sure. So
from that perspective, they're going to make more revenue, but they still got boosters behind them. The WNBA only booster is the NBA. So if you're at the foot of the NBA, but the NBA also doesn't want you to take away from their shine, because the WNBA is starting, It's starting right now. So what if the WNBA was the number one thing that you saw lead in first take during the middle of the NBA finals?
It would never. But look, this is one of my points earlier.
What if the WNBA was the number one thing leading ESPN First Take, leading Hoops N Brews, leading Undisputed, leading Jalen and Jacoby, leading all of these, leading.
We as sports fans would feel some kind of way, for sure.
No, it's not that we would feel some kind of way. If you're the listen. Go ahead. If you're the NBA Finals is averaging like 15 to 17 million viewers per thing. WNBA is averaging like 350,000 viewers maybe on average per game. So if that's leading off,
so for that even to be a thing though,
but still, if they lead in first take, if you the NBA, you like, yo, we got the fucking finals on. We trying to match the Super Bowl. Right. Fuck this.
Yeah.
Also,
that's all I'm saying. Also, so if you know what I mean. That's
also from what I've seen, they need better facilities to get better.
Okay.
Like for instance, with like the Clippers, right? They didn't have their own practice facility until like 2010.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like you suck as a franchise, but like, look, if like I'm a player and I want to go get better at 5 p.m., where can I do that at? If we don't have our own gym. Like in WNBA, for the most part, at least from what I see,
they got you looking away team, at home. So they got treated like an away team at home.
The Clippers they
still have a smaller locker room than the Lakers.
I think the practice facility that the Clippers, I think where the Clippers used to practice is where the Sparks practice right now, and they didn't have their own gym, which is at like a city college. So it's like.
He was saying that, yeah.
So like, which like where they practice at. So it's like, if I'm an NBA player, I'm not really trying to go at 5 p.m. to the city college while people is there, like going to fucking class to put up shots. Like, I want to go to my own practice. So it's like a lot of it is, just like a lot of it is a lot of these women haven't even played basketball in 8 months. Literally, like
it's a lack of equality.
No, it's like thing the season ends. And they don't play basketball for 6 months and then come in, drop them in the season. It's like, all right, well, go. Or they just came back from overseas.
I will say this. That onus is not on the WNBA for them to be prepared.
But hold on.
Especially because so many players play overseas.
But pay wages.
But pay wages have something to do with marketing. What did we just say about that $6 billion contract?
But it has something to do with them being prepared, though.
Exactly. Like, bro, if you only making $50,000, you probably can't even afford a trainer. consistently to go to these places to train every single day. Like, look, they need better facilities. They need to be somewhere. Even like during the season, you can get better in season.
Or for the most part, look at the Breonna Stewart thing, bro. She had to go overseas, bro, and tore ACL, tore Achilles.
But still, like
the MVP is the MVP of the league, bro.
But look, you making a living playing basketball.
Listen.
But the difference is those are homies that play overseas.
Listen, even still, if you want to get better in season, right? Let's say fucking Lonzo say, you know what, I need to get up shots today. I know we had practice, but I need to go get up shots because I ain't feeling right. And he want to hop out
like that all the time.
And he want to hop out the gym and go to the gym at 3 in the morning. He can do that. If Candace Parker want to get up shots at 3 a.m., where's she finna go?
No, let me say this.
Lifetime Fitness?
Let me say this.
You're not going to Lifetime, like, you're not doing that. That's their options.
Yeah. Well, let me say this. We hear stories all the time. There's a really famous.
That's a very.
There's a really famous story about Brandon Roy. He's from Seattle, right? We all grew up with Brandon.
Shout out Brandon Roy. High school. If you don't know who Brandon Roy is, cut this off.
Yeah,
that's a fact, right?
But there's a famous story about B. Roy, waking up and calling the trainers for Garfield at 3-4 in the morning, even though he was going to UW. No, it's after he left UW. He was playing for Portland at this time. Right. He's calling up, the captain of his gym, the AD, or some guy who facilities, whoever it is, right? And he's calling 3 or 4 in the morning to go put up shots. I'm gonna find it really hard pressed to believe, and maybe I'm just trying to assume the best, but like these WNBA players who have their own fame within their own cities, come from their own hometowns, legends in their own high schools and shit, can't call the facilities person or the AD or the principal or whoever it may be to be able to do something like that. Because they glorify those stories about men.
Nah, the influence not the same. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. The first time I was in a press conference, right? I wasn't even the first time I was in a press conference. I wasn't nervous talking to Doc. None of the Clippers. None of that. I wasn't even nervous walking up to him. Actually, I was like, "Oh, this is easy." Like when I got in the actual room, it started being. It started. It's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah. The moment I got inside the locker room and I saw I'm a competition person. I saw my competition. I'm like, oh, this shit easy, right? But also like the Clippers don't have any real stars. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the first time I actually got nervous talking to somebody was when I talked to Steve Kerr. This man is a basketball legend, a 3-time champion as a coach, a multiple-time champion as a player, one of the greatest shooters in NBA history.
Player, right?
I think so. Yes, one of the greatest shooters as a player
with the Spurs, right?
And he's a brilliant basketball man who's been able to blend 7 seconds or less, pace and space, and the triangle all in one system. And be able to take the best players in the world, put them all in the same role, and not really have them sacrifice that much.
Hey man, shout out to Mark Jackson.
So the first time I'm talking to Steve Kerr, Steve Kerr got this lure to me because I've seen him do this stuff time and time again on these large stages.
Right.
When I encounter WNBA players, I don't even know who they are half the time. I'm just trying to get to know them because of the fact that their sport has not been marketed as well. Right. But the marketing comes from the ROI on the investment. That's also why the college networks got bigger deals than you know what I mean? Like college networks got deals.
Yeah, it's
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like you talking about Brandon Roy, right? Yeah, but that's Brandon Roy. Like the fucking 7 man on the Sparks. With a 7-woman on the Sparks can't go call up somebody like, yo, I'm bored, I want to get shots right now. So you really like, but the gym ain't open. No, still like that's like those people become stars. Like Kobe wasn't always Kobe. Kobe came off the bench at first. Kobe get 8 minutes a game at first.
Well, it's a little different. Don't say Kobe because Kobe was Kobe coming out. But still, like I feel you. But Kobe's getting 8 minutes a game. Kobe's still like the 10th man. If Kobe want to go get up shots at 18 years old because I'm bored at 10 a.m., I'm going to go to the Lakers facility and get up shots. There's nowhere for any of these women to do that. You don't think
they don't have their own gyms. They don't have their own facilities. They don't have any of that.
That brings back to my original point, though. That brings me back to my original point to how we don't regard women's sports as serious, right? Like
I don't think we don't regard it as serious.
Hold on, real fast. Growing up, we had this.
It's a humanity thing, bro.
We had this young woman that we grew up with. Her name was Jocko Williams. Everybody knew Jocko. She went to the beach. Jocko was
a beast. Shout out to her.
Filthy. The first woman I ever seen dunking. We graduated in 2005. She was dunking in like 03, 04. Like fucking nasty, bro. She was a track star as well. Like she's fucking dope. I think she ended up going to Georgia State or was it Georgia State?
Something like that.
What are the
in the South?
What's the one?
If only the reels was 9 feet, she would have been booming on every woman and all.
What's the score that Megan?
But even with that,
what's
bro.
Megan trauma to? Anybody know?
No.
Georgia Tech.
Oh, Georgia Tech. Yeah.
She went to Georgia Tech. Then she went to Georgia Tech, and she was fucking dope. right? And I don't think she made it to the WNBA, but if she were in college, right, and she comes home, can she call up Dan Jurdy, who was the AD at Beach for so long? Can she call him up and say, yo, I need to get some shots up? If she can't, and she was a bigger star than her brother was. Her brother was a football star who was fucking dope. You know, shout out to Kenny. But can she show up and say, and can she get just as much love as Terrence Williams? Terrence Williams went to Louisville, right? He got drafted 12 by the Nets, I think in like 09 or some shit like that.
Played for the Celtics, played for a couple of different spots.
Yeah, but but I know for a fact that T. Will can call and say, yo, Jurdy, can you open the gym? Can Jacqua also call and say, yo, open the gym? And she's just as big a star. But that's a woman, and she comes from a legacy family as well.
Again, bro, she's not just as big a star.
Again, that's why I said
can Malia O'Neal do that?
It's not an NBA and WNBA thing, bro. It's a men and women and the humanity.
And that's
thing,
my point.
It goes beyond. It's way bigger than sports, bro.
I disagree with that because I look at a sport like tennis, and although the women aren't paid as much as the male players,
right.
the women don't hear about the wage gap in tennis as much. You want to know why? Because their biggest stars are some of the biggest stars in the sport.
But they're also some of the biggest women, though. That's like saying if Kobe Bryant was a woman, bro, and Kobe Bryant was still Kobe Bryant.
Diana Taurasi is Kobe Bryant. Diana Taurasi is Kobe Bryant.
She's actually Michael Jordan, probably.
Nah, she's Kobe Bryant. She got the ball. So Mike didn't have the balls to just pull up from 35 over 3 people. She got the balls to pull up from 35 over 3 people. Mike might do that from the mid range. Mike ain't doing it from 35.
I don't never see the difference with that is I look at that as I've never looked at a sport as tennis as a dominant sport, male or female, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
That's because the women dominate as much as the men.
I'm telling you, my perspective, bro. I can't say I would less watch Serena over like Andre Agassi or Rafael Nadal or Roger Federer.
I would
because
I'm much rather watch Serena.
You want to know why?
But this is what I'm saying.
Made changes to the game to make it seamless.
Right.
It's seamless. So
that's what I'm saying. I don't have any sort of perception of men or women. I don't have a perception of men and women. To me, tennis is tennis, bro.
Yes, it's tennis.
Tennis is co-ed.
No. But this is why tennis is co-ed to you,
right?
Because it's on level. Because it's on level fucking playing fields,
right? That's what I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing.
Listen to what I'm saying. WNBA players got smaller balls to account for the hand size. Okay, fine. But if you're not also accounting for the space between the ground and the rim and how much stronger you have to be to get the ball from the ground to the rim at that trajectory. No. Because you still look at 80% of the WNBA players' jump shot form is not a good form.
Real quick.
And it's not a good form because they have to get it up and
I'm gonna
over.
Stop you here.
No, we had this argument on Hoops N Brews about the science behind this stuff.
Look, listen.
No.
But wait. Here's what I'm stop you. I think the way we also train athletes is so much better. I don't even think we knew how to train women athletes until recently. When I
so you jumping out the gym, G, that don't make sense.
Listen, I go to a WNBA practice at least 2 times a week. The shot forms
on a 10-foot rim, she was an anomaly. On a 9-foot rim, she gonna be an anomaly.
Listen,
that's the point that he's making.
I go to at least 2 WNBA practices a week. Literally, the shot forms I see are improving. They have much better shot forms. They're teaching the way they're training women's athletes. I think it's just better now than what it was. I don't think they know how to train women.
The human anatomy part of the thing is that the woman body just don't move.
But you don't develop the same muscles. I don't want to see them dunk. It's a different game.
This is my only point about tennis. The only point about tennis is that the women in tennis use smaller ounce rackets, so they're not as heavy as the men's rackets are, which allows part of the
I don't want the rims lower. That's not the game.
But we're talking about
that's not what the game is.
Listen to me. We're talking about 2 different things. You're equating the ball with the tennis racket. The ball is not the same as a tennis racket. The rim and the tennis racket are the same. The rim and the tennis racket are the same. Yes, they are. They are because you have listen.
Then he has the ball.
No, it's not the ball because you still have to think about the trajectory in which you have to get it up to get it over.
That's why I'm saying the ball and versus tennis.
If you're using the smaller racket, you can move it.
He's saying the smaller racket.
So like they have that much.
He's saying the WNBA the ball.
Also, wait.
We gotta get to the next point. Sorry, go ahead.
Real.
I'm gonna let Pavy finish. Go ahead.
All of them for the most part are 6 feet. It's not like they're my size. If it was my size, they would actually be an issue. They're all like 6 feet. They're all like your height.
Biggest,
right? No. Stop. At the smallest, they're all 6 feet. They don't have it. No, don't
that's not true. Lauren Jackson, Super's not 6 feet.
She's like 5'10".
No, and Lauren Jackson niggas like 6'9".
They're about 5'10", 6 feet.
I'm taller than Super.
They're not my size, so it ain't like.
How tall are you?
5'7".
That's not.
I would struggle getting the ball up. Like I would struggle.
That's not the same.
But still, I would struggle.
That's real.
I'm saying I would struggle if I'm like his height. Like you're fine. When I go to practice, most of y'all taller than me. Ain't nobody my height.
You know what? I can't dunk.
Okay, so
and I wouldn't want to watch me play basketball all day long.
Do y'all feel like, hey, all right, I have 2 questions, right?
No, you don't have 2 questions. I'm sorry, we got to move on to the next shit. Sorry, no offense.
You don't have 2 questions. I'm dead.
We got to keep going.
I'm gonna let you finish, but
you don't have 2 questions.
We're supposed to finish with Pavy. You wouldn't even have these 2 questions.
All right, Kanye, I feel you.
Oh, okay.
I ain't gonna ask things.
Don't try to shoot the shot.
Shot down.
I just think it's marketing. I think that they need to lower the rims.
No,
and listen. It's not going to fundamentally change the product, though. That's what people. If those athletes are as skilled, they're only going to excel with a smaller rim because the skill is going to allow them to use their athleticism.
But my thing is,
what did you say about WNBA players when they get a steal?
Oh, you can't really change down block.
Right?
I like that.
The rim is lower. You're able to.
I like that though. I like that though.
Then that's
better basketball.
That's an easy layup.
It's better basketball. It's better basketball.
When the women aren't even scoring.
Because basketball is more fundamental.
Exactly. It's way more fundamental. It's actually much better basketball than the men's game.
If you watch it, that's 100%.
I try not to tell people shut the fuck up on this podcast. I try not to. I try not to. I want to live with that. All right, so. Can we bring up the next shit? I want to talk about interracial dating. Can I talk about interracial dating?
Yeah, let's do it.
You niggas out here in LA, we're not telling you about dating at all because this nigga don't even date. So you might be disqualified.
I mean, like everybody thinks I date white women.
Oh, he does.
Everybody. For some reason. For some reason, everybody thinks I date white women, and I don't know why.
I don't think that though.
Yeah, I mean, you don't.
I know you don't. That's what I'm saying.
Like most women think, you don't like black. Like
that's because you seem bougie, my nigga.
I am.
You was a lavender thong with the silk print and the lace.
Black women can't be bougie.
They can't.
Lavender thong.
But I'm saying that's a perception. Nigga, I rock with you. You know I rock with you.
It wouldn't make sense.
Nah, I don't think you date white women. I think that'd be like your least dated race.
Yeah, my nigga, I get that, bro.
It is though.
I figured that. No, absolutely.
It's a non-discriminatory.
I will say this. Let me tell you this story real quick. So we came out here last year for Bro's bachelor party. TBJ was your birthday weekend, right?
His birthday weekend.
So we go to the strip club. Where we go? Crazy Girls.
Crazy Girls.
We went to Crazy Girls last year.
Mine's Cyrus.
We had a great fucking time. Nigga Pavy's the only nigga I ever seen look hella bored around.
Because he just wanted to have conversations.
Yeah, I don't like strip club. I hate strip club.
And you said that as we were going in, and I was so lit. I was like, fuck it, let's do it. So we was in a group. It was like 6 or 7 of us, right? Yeah. All going in, having a great fucking time, man. This nigga Pavy's like, yeah, okay, all right. This nigga Pavy ordered a fucking Jameson on the rocks and was sitting there sipping that shit, talking to a bride, off in the corner by himself.
I wasn't off in the corner by myself.
Was in the corner by himself.
I'm
over here with TBJ. We're popping it. This nigga bring out this nigga a dance. I'm with my boy dance. Shout out to Chase. About him. This nigga's both popping in front. I'm having time of my life, nigga. It's cool. You stood off in the corner and was doing your thing.
I probably was
sliding some proverbs in the girl's ear.
Some proverbs.
It's all good.
I really don't like strip clubs.
I see. You a cool, calm, and collected nigga.
Yeah.
That's good. You bougie.
I don't like women dancing on me like that. Like, sit down.
You better than that.
Talk. Give me your Instagram.
We're not here for that.
Can we talk?
This is time and the place for that. You know what I'm saying?
It's time for that. That's not the time or the place.
This is butt naked time.
Yeah.
I'm straight. That's not the funny.
That's just not. It's not everybody's feet.
That's why they assume you date white women because.
I've heard that answer before. A girl told me that.
You're not really with the turn up festivities.
See, it's subjective, bro. Because I feel the same way. Like I'm very reserved as well, but at the same time, I like going to the strip club every now and then. You know what I'm saying, and being able to
We're going this weekend.
Interact with women of that nature and that caliber.
Well, let me ask you this, because
of that mold. You know,
your mom was white, right?
Yeah, my mom's white, right?
That Pops is black.
My girl mom is white.
Nigga.
Pops is a nigga.
Pops is a nigga, bro. Yes.
Mom's is not a nigga though. Mom's is a real white lady.
So how do you feel about interracial dating? You dated white women before.
That's been real. No, yeah. How do I feel about interracial dating, bro?
What's taboo? What's not? What do you?
Hey, look. I don't feel any sort of way about it has anything to do with race, bro. To me, I feel like who is for you, bro. No matter what their race is, bro. I'm a nigga, bro, and I'm mixed. I'm mixed. Look, the tequila's done, bro. Tequila sunrise is gone. It's tequila sunset at this point, bro. Yeah. It's tequila sunset. But me, I'm a more about a personal interaction and connection thing, bro. Okay. I don't agree in necessarily discriminating against a certain race or even just picking a certain race, bro.
So you down with the shit, basically.
I done white women, nigga. I done dated white women, nigga. I done dated Indian women, nigga. I done dated black women, nigga. I done dated Mexican women. I done dated all kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Did you date them?
I done dated damn near every race.
I done fucked with them, but I done dated a lot of women too, bro.
Really is like a, well, you know what? Yeah, I really ain't done like the Middle Eastern Armenian thing, but it's kind of just like
they're a little strict.
But I haven't dated
I did an Indian girl. That shit broke my heart.
You know how I view that, bro? Cuddy, I view that as traveling and becoming cultured, bro. Dating different race of women, you know what I'm saying, and ethnicities. You get different cultures, you get different vibes from women, you get different sort of, you know, to say everyday life interaction, you know, with them, between you and your girl. It's just different with every sort of. So I like the diversity of it.
I'm not dating white women because I'm just not. Every woman I encounter be like, you don't fuck with white women. I'm like, nah, I don't really. Like, it's not my thing. Only because it's like a cultural divide most times. Right, because
that I understand.
When we talk about, like, if I say like one thing, like I was talking to the bro Impact, right, and he was telling a story on the podcast about
shout out bro Impact.
He was making dirty rice, and the girl, well, he wanted some dirty rice, you know, just rice, ground beef, boom, you know what I'm saying, spice it up, you're good.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know what dirty rice was. Gee.
Really?
Yeah. Really? I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I'm sure I've had it, but it's probably just called a different thing.
Which is fine, right? So it may be like a regional thing, right? But like, that's what bro called it. It's called a dirty rice, and that's what I understood it to be. And when he told her, he was like, you know, I want some dirty rice. She was like, oh, I don't know what that is. For him, that was a trigger. For him, that was a trigger. He was like, I don't know. We've had conversations, especially like somebody as much as myself was like as public as I am, right? We've had conversations about socialism, you know, which I talks about, you know, politics. We talk about whatever the fuck comes under the spectrum, right? And I just feel that most times white women can't relate. You don't have the same viewpoint as me. I work with all white folks. If you look at like a picture of me, like on my coworkers, and I'll show you guys, I'm the only black person there. So I often feel like I'm being put in a box. You know, like they want to run all their black shit through me.
Yeah, I feel you. I don't need a woman to relate to me. I just need her to be empathetic.
Oh, I don't need that.
As long as you can understand where I'm coming from, I'm fine with that. Because one of the best friends I ever have is this white girl that I dated named Katie. Like, she legit will forever be one of the best friends that I will ever have, because she's just a genuine person. Mm-hmm. No subtextual, racist, nothing, all of that shit. Like, she was just mad genuine. She's empathetic, but she's not like what white people have now idealized themselves in terms of being in terms of what they think empathy is. Right. White people now think empathy is social justice and like in saying the right
fake
thing.
Social justice. Right. That.
Empathy is not fake social justice and like tweeting shit. It's about like being real around real people. Man, because I don't like being around white people where I feel like you being fake around me. I would much prefer the white guy. I would much prefer to be around a white guy that crosses the line because he feels. I mean, not completely cross the line, but like gets towards that line because he feels so comfortable and he's just being genuine with himself, than to be around like the white guy who's trying to be like, yo, homie, that kind of shit. Like, I would much rather you just be like, yo, you a little bit too cool, calm down, than for you to be like, yo, homie, like, what's good, dude? Like, trying to dap me. Like, I don't need all of that shit. But if I walk up to you and I get ready to shake your hand, but you extend me out for like a normal, like, you know, black person hug, handshake, then I know, like, that's what you do. Right, versus if it's just natural. Like, yo, homie, what's good? Like, I've encountered that shit a million times out here and in Chicago. Right. It's just a different thing. I just much more prefer empathy. I think like black people want white people to be like subservient to us. It's not gonna happen. So I'm not gonna expect no white people that I'm around to be subservient to me because they dominant.
Some black people,
but that don't mean I can't establish my dominance.
That you were just talking about. Some black people embrace that. So a nigga, that white nigga might approach you, bro, like with that same energy.
That's a funny phrase, right? That white
nigga.
Bro, but look, I said it, bro, because black people love to say white nigga, bro. I don't know why.
Because they exist. Right. They exist. But don't get me wrong. I'm not giving them no passes.
But you're talking about in the space that a nigga trying to be a white nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. But it's part of the being, like you said, being authentic, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can tell when it's authentic and when it's not.
Okay, let me say this real fast.
It's the same thing with the women.
I grew up with this chick. We went to school together. Yeah. Really good friends for some years. Beautiful white girl. And we did everything together. She was around when my daughter was born. Like, we went to middle school, high school, college together, and
all that type of shit. I'm sorry if I like smirking on that. That was real. The way you laid that out there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like she was a real friend of mine from like the 8th grade on. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, beautiful young woman. And when the time came for us to like be able to approach something, we did. And I told her, I was like, hey, I'm not really in a position to date right now, but I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? So we're fucking around and doing the shit. Right. It got to a point where it was like, okay, we gotta make a decision because you've been around my family, my friends, my daughter, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so y'all was dating.
What am I gonna do?
Y'all was dating with no title.
So I was in too deep like my And so the question became, you know, like, what am I gonna do? Because for me, it was grow up in a household, don't bring no white girls home. Always, right?
I mean, my mama said that too, but she got over it.
Why is that the culture, though?
Well,
my mama said that too, but she got over it.
We'll get to that.
My parents can't tell me who to bring home.
Yeah, exactly. I told my mama that earlier. I'm like, you can't tell me who I like.
Not who I like, but who I bring to your house.
No, but that's who I like.
It's about individual interaction, you know what I'm saying, in relationship.
They don't even meet women out there.
But let me say this, so real quick. So it got to that point, right? And I was like, yo, like, I'm still not over my old situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be a thing. And she was just like, okay, well, you know, I'm thinking about dating this other guy, whatever. She never told me who dog was, right? Never told me who dog was. And I was like, okay, cool. You know, like, I respect your shit. So next thing I know, she was like, yo, I'm about to move out of Skyway and moving to Cap Hill. And I was like, well, why? Skyway has a stigma. You know, people think it's hella ghetto and shit like that. But I was like, bitch, you're moving to Capitol Hill. There's hella crime there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're moving to Capitol Hill, Seattle, like, there's hella crime.
She dating a nigga.
So she's saying all this. She was like, you know, it's just dangerous here in Skyway. Like, I'm tired of the shootings. I'm tired of shit popping off at the fucking bowling alley. I'm like, bitch, you lived your whole life. Like, if you're not accustomed to this shit now, you see, there's a problem.
That don't mean you gotta want to stay there. G.
But I'm saying, but Cap Hill, you're not about to get less crime.
Yeah, you are.
Less crime? Nah, look it up.
You're not gonna get less crime.
Nigga.
You're not gonna get less crime.
Nah,
you're gonna get a different caliber of crime. That's all, bro.
It gets posed different, bro. Niggas was getting raped on Cap Hill, fam, and I remember looking.
That's what I'm saying. It's a different caliber of crime. It's white people crime. You might get shot in our neighborhood, but you might not be able to walk home safely over here. You know what I'm saying? It's a different caliber of crime.
But you lived it your whole life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, I thought you would. Anyway, so she's like, I'm about to date this guy and this other shit, right? So I look up, man, like a couple weeks later, I see them on the gram together. She's dating the white boy. She dating the white boy. They also grew up with us, also in the same environment. This nigga lived in Skyway with us, and I'm like, and she was like, and then she told a friend of ours, like, she thought he was like the safe shit. She's like, he's a safe bet, you know.
I mean, you also didn't. It didn't sound like you inspired confidence, motherfucker. Like you, like, oh, I can't bring her home to my mom. My mom.
I didn't tell her that though.
I mean, I'm sure she can tell.
But alternatively, I can't go to your house. You're not bringing me home to your people.
No, and I'm saying, I dated white women before, so
it's just regional shit, man.
And that's something that I felt before.
I can't tell you. I mean, if you live in Georgia, I can't tell you to date white women because it might be it's a completely different experience.
I didn't tell. Like I said, she's been around my whole family. I've known this girl since the 8th grade. She came around my mom's, my pops, my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like my baby's mom, everybody. You know everybody. My nigga. So. But you're not taking me home. You know what I'm saying? And that always stood out to me. Because I went to school with her. I went to school with her, and that's why I met her parents. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, look, my thing with interracial dating is this: like, we just gotta be respectful to each other's like cultures. It's like as long as you respectful to mine and I'm respectful to yours, I'm down. Whatever. It don't really matter to me. Like all one, I never really grew up with women who could cook anyway. So my like roles of like traditional women is like different anyway. Like didn't no woman I ever was around ever cooked anyway. So I don't want your food. Personally, I prefer.
I don't give a fuck about your food.
I don't give a fuck about your food.
Yeah.
It's just like as long as we can respect main cultural things. Like, can we please respect each other? No. Like, can we please respect each other? Like, just our cultures. You know, if you know, I don't want you to say the N word. Please do not say the N word. Don't say that. If it's things that you don't want me to say, okay, cool. I'll make sure I don't say that.
That's fine too.
As long as we be respectful to each other's cultures, I'm fine.
But sometimes it's harder to, you know what I'm saying, to navigate those borders and those guidelines, bro, or those boundaries.
It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be, bro. But
if you respect your partner,
but Cuddy, it's easier to say it shouldn't be than it is. Like when you're going through that situation, bro. Have you dated a white woman, bro?
No.
Okay, so it's not.
Also, white is a little different though. Like he said, interracial. It's a lot of races. Like white,
interracial.
That's all that's what it always boils down to.
It depends on the race. Which race we talking about? When
you're saying interracial, bro, you're not saying any. Because when we look at interracial,
that's not true.
That's
so not true.
To me, look, this is my personal perception, bro. When you say interracial, bro, to me you're talking about black and white, bro. Interracial, bro. At the end of the day, if it's black on whatever other race, bro, we're both.
I didn't dated too many kind of women to feel that way.
Like I said, this is a personal opinion, bro. I look at that. I look at
my nigga. It's me. That's what I'm saying.
It's a personal opinion, bro.
I look at anything else beyond that, bro, as we're both two minorities. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at that as interracial, bro. I look at that as we're two minorities.
Indian families don't. I mean, as far as in my experience, they don't fuck with black people. Asian families, in my experience, don't fuck with black men. A lot of Hispanic and Mexican families don't fuck with black men.
I'm saying I'm not looking at that as interracial. I still got to
deal with the same shit in there.
The thing about
because there be Mexican girls calling me nigga too, and I'm like,
Mexican. I get that, bro, because we live in LA, bro.
No, I didn't live in Chicago. It's Mexicans. It's Mexicans all over America.
I don't know that the climate with Mexicans in Chicago is versus the climate with Mexicans and blacks here.
I mean, it's the same shit.
Mexicans don't fuck with blacks out there, basically.
I mean, same shit. I mean, it depends on who you're around. It depends on who you're around.
It's the same thing, because like the chick, you know what I'm saying, my chick right now, she's black and Mexican, and I have the same how I feel, you know what I'm saying, about like part of her you know what I'm saying, upbringing, or just half of what she is, bro. She don't fuck with that, you know. Her part of her people don't fuck. Nigga, you're from Seattle, bro, so you don't understand, bro.
I do. Hold on, don't do me like that.
No. But I'm saying, regardless, if
you try to do me,
and that's not even on some writing off shit, bro. I'm just saying in the perspective that you don't live here, bro.
I done fuck some Mexican bitches, nigga. Don't ever try to Seattle me, nigga.
No, what I'm saying, but
I think that's Mexican bitches.
You don't live here, bro, so you don't interact with essays on a daily, bro.
Not the essays, but I fuck with Mexicans.
No, but I'm saying Mexicans are integrated into it. We live Southern California, dog, is little Mexico, bro. We live in Mexico, bro. This is in Los Angeles,
Baja California.
You know what I'm saying? It's Baja California, basically.
This nigga said you don't know you're from Seattle. Like we ain't fucked the same bitches growing up.
No, but I'm saying that's different. Hey, but look, you gotta understand. This is my nigga. You gotta understand. This is my nigga since the first grade, though, dog. So when this nigga says that, he means 100% that, bro. This is my nigga since the first grade, bro.
I'm just saying, bro. Don't try to disqualify me. We're just talking about the bitch walking in here.
No, I'm saying, but what I'm saying is, even within that, I'm saying there's a difference, bro.
Okay.
Of the climate. Well, I'm saying the climate is different, bro. Okay. Of here and dealing with Mexicans here as being a black man, you know what I'm saying, in Southern California, and being a black man from Seattle dealing with Mexicans, bro. We have a small Mexican community in Seattle, bro. You know what I'm saying? South Park is one neighborhood. Mm-hmm. We have one neighborhood of Mexicans, you know what I'm saying? Okay. And they might spread out. Shit. But I'm saying us, you know what I'm saying? The three of us, nigga, we live here every day, bro. We interact with Mexicans on a daily basis. It's a different climate, bro. Especially in dealing with Mexican women, bro. Nigga, Mexican niggas do not like niggas dealing with their women, bro. Period.
I mean, I feel
that's true. You get that in New York as well. I know Yolo's talked about. Shout out to Koya.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's talked about that at length. Kellen, the good sin, he's talked about that.
Same shit. Puerto Rican, Dominican women, it's the same thing, bro.
Yeah, because they talked about going up to Dykeman and experiencing
a
little discrimination.
Oh, you guys gotta get out there until you
was gonna kill that shit like that. We should have hella got a gallon.
Man, don't say me. Was that did I drink the most? Probably.
Nah, I'm just saying like I thought we was just gonna be like casual sipping. Y'all was drinking. I'm like, oh shit, well let's go. Like I ain't know. I was like, damn, I would have been like, hey, let me grab me some shit.
Oh shit, gone. Well, it might need to be a part 2. We might need to rank this up again. You know what I'm saying?
They gonna be mad as hell at your ass.
We gotta. Damn, what's okay.
If they gonna listen to it, they gonna listen to it anyway. It's Hoops and Brews on here, man. They gonna listen to it.
Hey, I fuck with you guys.
They ain't never heard us like this.
I really do appreciate you guys.
They ain't never heard us like this.
Yes, bro. I really appreciate it. I love the platform. You know
I'm proud of you guys for the growth and progress you guys have made. You guys have gone from just doing your own shit with your own living rooms to WNBA games, NBA games.
And it's tight because I've been following you guys since I met you guys before. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
no, I follow you guys on social media. I watch you guys little clips you post up and everything. And I think, you know what I'm saying, me not knowing you guys and seeing the growth, you know what I'm saying, and from the first encounter we had to even now being the second encounter that we had 2 years later, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different, situation.
Yeah, we're in a whole nother space. Kids look up to us now. That shit is funny. I'm not a role model though. I'm not a fucking role model. I'm not a fucking role model. So don't look up to me.
You can look up to me.
No. Look up to my work ethic and look at what I produce. Don't look up to nothing else.
Let me say this,
because you're gonna always be disappointed putting your faith in other people.
I appreciate you guys, man.
For real.
What you said to me the other day was therapeutic. You were like, yo, you bring people together.
You do.
Of course, you connect people. And
sorry about the landscaper.
Some nigga out there cutting the lawn.
Man, fuck that nigga. That's some nigga don't want to date his daughter. I already know. It's good to go.
Hey, right. Hey, look, the enemigos, huh?
We're gonna rap, man.
That is the wildest statement that was said this entire podcast. That is the wildest statement.
Look, this has been episode 34 of the Reese Show.
Hold on, wait a minute. We never finished this interracial dating thing. I'm sorry. We're not gonna let that one ride out, bro. Come on,
the only break we need here is going to another bottle.
Why you don't do it?
Well, I just said that.
Just because you can't bring it home to your mom?
Nah, fuck all that. My sister's both dated white dudes.
Wait a minute.
So you feel like it's a lack of cultural relation?
Yelp reviews. I went there one time and I had a bad time. I'm never going back there again.
You can't cook no fried chicken?
Nah, that's not it. Okay, so let me.
You know there are white women out there that can cook.
Wait. Do you not date white women, or do you not date any women that's not black?
No, I just said I don't date white women.
Okay, that's fair.
And for a large part, I don't date Asian women either.
That's fair.
Because I've been in their homes and faced some type of discrimination against their parents, who are like probably first or second generation.
See, I don't beat women mamas.
Yeah,
but that's
every time I feel that girl invited me to Memorial Day barbecue, and I said I think I ain't gonna make it. But here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Let me say this real quick. I dated this Filipino chick.
Finals.
I did this Filipino chick. Right, everything was cool. It's going swimmingly. Going fucking well.
I thought you said y'all went swimming. I thought it was funny.
Nah, the sex is tight. Everything was dope, right?
So that's what you mean when you said going swimmingly.
It's going swimmingly.
Sex was tight.
So she invited me to the house. She was like, we're having a barbecue for some holiday.
Date.
Some shit. Date. I be in green.
See how many women's careers you done been in. See how many mamas you done met, bro.
Hey, man, that's not important.
He be the type of nigga me both envy. The light skin and the dark one. Reese on all scenes of press. Hey, yo, what's good?
So she invites me over, and from the whole time I'm there, but her mom was looking at me weird. Funny. And I was like, I understand, the generations when it comes to America. Your mom first, second generation, maybe English ain't her first language. You know what I mean? And I also understand.
Did you try to make conversation though?
I did, of course. Of course you just step in, take your shoes off, say hello, introduce yourself.
Take your shoes off is the first thing.
Absolutely.
Every single
all
time.
you gotta do if you want to meet and impress any mom of another race, when you walk in, just point out some fucking inanimate object that you know she bought in their house and be like, yo, I really like that statue.
I be in my bag. I was like, that lamp over there is nice. I was like, is that? I forgot what I brought up, but I asked her.
You probably said some shit like, is that from the motherland? She's like, man, get this.
Well, I asked her, and I was like, you guys speak Tagalog, you guys speak Ilocano, and I'm thinking that's gonna be a conversation starter.
Yo, I learned Tagalog was a language after sex, like on New Year's. It was like the greatest thing. I was like, yo, you speak to what the fuck is that?
It's either Tagalog or Ilocano in most instances.
Tagalog, I learned about that. I never.
And I asked that, but I'm thinking I'm about to be
Filipino.
Like, get your fake smart ass out of here, boy.
Filipino girl for like 2 years, bro.
I said that right. Her mom was just staring at me, nigga. Her mom and the girl was like,
it's a cultural.
She's like, most of my family speaks Ilocano. They're not the well-to-do, Filipinos and whatever. And I know a little bit of the history of the Philippines. So we're talking about that a little bit. Me, her, and her dad. And her mom grilled me the whole time. She didn't say not one word to me the whole time I was there. And then I asked her, after I went home and showed that, and she was just like, yeah, like, I was like, your mom's not fucking with me. She's like, yeah, like, she don't really like, black dudes like that. And I was just like, well, why not? And she's like, when they came over here, they gave them, like, packets. Like, packets, like, when you go to get your citizenship, and they kind of tell you, like, who the fuck and who not. That's what happens, like, a lot of times with the Koreans here in L.A. They tell you, like, you can, white people are your friends, you know what I'm saying? And they represent, wealth and fortune and, all these different things, but, like, the black folks represent poverty, and they represent violence.
It's a passed down perception.
Yes, but it's up to us in our generation to change those perceptions.
It is,
because if we just passively be like, "Yo, I had that one bad experience, so therefore I'm not gonna do this shit no more," that person's mom is gonna still say the same way. Their daughter might be a little bit differently, right? But that's influence that person gonna have where they are alive on the rest of their family. But I'm just gonna be completely different. Versus if you just stick around long enough for her to be like, "Yo, I didn't really like." No, look, I didn't been around women families who didn't really care for me, but it wasn't about me trying to impress them. It was just like, yo, like, I know you probably had one perception of who you thought I was gonna be before I walked through the door.
I'm not breaking
but I'm gonna be me, and I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna be me. And even if we can't,
talking about the race thing, how much of that though was was a race thing though.
A lot of it is a race thing. I mean, I like Hispanic women. They families usually always got some kind of race.
Talking about the same shit.
So it's never me trying to be like, yo, I'm trying to be like a fake Hispanic when I'm around them. No, I'm gonna be me. But you gonna see like, yo, this motherfucker's cool. He's smart. And then maybe it's the next time they're around a black dude, like, oh, cool.
But let me say this, bro. Like, my ex's mom hated me. My ex's mom was white, right? I don't think it was a race thing. I think she just didn't fucking like me, so I didn't feel that same tension. Like, I'll date you, got her, like, knowing that you don't fuck with me. Like, that's cool. But somebody when it's like racially motivated,
I was gonna say, you know the difference when it's personal and when it's racial.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's a difference. You can feel it to me.
It is. But I mean, I'm gonna say this. That don't mean I'm seeking.
I feel that.
That don't mean I'm seeking it out to try to hang around their family. But I also felt that
personal vendetta. You know what I'm saying? I feel like me being a tight nigga, like, who doesn't love, you know, not to no, that's not who doesn't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? So in that sense, when I meet people that don't fuck with me, I'm like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
I'm literally like, yo, what's wrong with you? And then for me, it's more like, all right, if that's how you perceive me, like, it's cool. But the one thing that I always had to realize, especially like coming up in LA, is like every interaction that I have with somebody that's different from me, it's the moment they hear I'm from Chicago, they're gonna immediately assume one thing, and then the moment they see me just from being black, they're gonna immediately assume one thing. So it's up to me
to change that perception.
You want to know why it is? You want to know why it is? Why? Because it's going to be another young black man that's going to come along in Hollywood. It's going to be 22 like I was, that's going to try to work at a company, and they going to have context at that company of having worked with young black guys and realize.
But you're not trying to make shots at them. No, I'm talking about dick on the table next to walking in the
But it all matters though. It matters though, because that perception going to be passed on to other people.
Because I feel the same way. Myself, walking into places, bro.
How many dollars do they have?
Acting the way I do, bro. No, but please, because what he's saying, bro, is important, bro. And I feel
I'm dropping my dick on the table. Fuck it.
No, go ahead.
What you're saying, though, bro, I try to change the perception to those people, bro. So the next black person, the next person like me that they encounter, they might feel a way that they felt about me. Then initial what their initial personal, you know, saying perception was, bro.
Where's the race war?
I'm trying to leave it better.
We don't need that. We're not gonna win that shit.
Exactly. I'm trying to leave it better so the next encounter that we don't get more guns than nobody. You know what I'm saying? A nigga like me, their initial feeling, or they might not be as hostile, or might not have those negative, you know what I'm saying, kind of, you know what I'm saying, just those thoughts about it in general, bro. It's just me. That's just my personal. I want to change that perception, bro.
I don't meet
look how I dress, bro. You know what I'm saying, nigga? I'm 6'3", bro. You know what I'm saying? I dress. I got bandana on my hat, nigga. You know what I'm saying? White people, their first interpretation is like gang members.
If a woman meet Thomas, G, I'm damn near married.
There you go. That's all you need to know.
If she meet him, if she meet this nigga, I'm damn near married.
I see that happening.
If she meet him, she probably just came over my house.
Literally. If he meet a woman, it's probably by mistake.
I understand.
I was outside and like he just walked in like, oh shit. Other than that, like I don't meet with families.
I'm not introducing no women to my moms, no women to pops. No, my dad met my baby's mom by accident one time. Nigga had fucking Red Robin. Nigga.
That's real.
And one time? That's it?
Well, no, I mean he's met her after. I'm just saying the first
met my baby mom one time by accident. I said,
that was the first time.
Nigga stone cold with the game.
I'm just saying, my nigga. I had this one chick who was Asian. She was Muslim. She told me, she was like, I can never bring you home. Now we're fucking.
That's different. Yeah,
we're fucking.
That I feel it because
she had an Asian nigga too. Who she just
cool.
She had a whole
good
counterpiece. Nigga, my opposite.
But you,
I don't know. It was crazy. I feel like I experienced the same thing. You know, it's crazy. That same Asian girl, she ended up having a kid with that Asian nigga, bro. But like, I still be tapped in every now and then. But it's crazy that, like, you know what I'm saying, the same shit.
She was like,
it's like they want to fuck with you, but their perception of what perfect is, you know what I'm saying, their perfect eye, you know, their parents' eyes, their culture's eyes is different. You know,
and that's another thing. I'm not trying to live up to your parents' expectations. If you fuck with me, you fuck with me.
For sure. Yeah, because I'm just trying to be myself and be the best version of that.
If you just going to be the best version of yourself, their expectations of who they going to meet the next time is going to be different. And although you might not ever, you might not ever have a continuous interaction with that person, but I didn't been around, plenty of white families that I thought was gonna be mad weird, and they was like actually cool. We didn't even have to have a normal. I'm around a white family, so they want to talk about black shit because they think I'm, whatever. We talk about tech and shit in New York and fucking entertainment and stuff like that. Like that's the kind of shit.
Case in point, I'm fucking your daughter. Can you handle it or not?
Nah, but it don't need to be like that though. Because my girl, her family from Washington, they're from around Portland. So it's like, I'm just saying, like, they was in San Francisco for a while, but they lived around Portland. Like, I could have met them and they could have been like mad weird. Her dad talking to me about tech and fucking, he was like, oh, what kind of stuff are you into? I'm like, well, I love sports and basketball. Talked a little bit about basketball, and he was like, oh, what else kind of stuff are you into? You're like, yo, I know you work in tech.
But your girl's mixed, right?
Huh? No, she was just plain. She was white as hell, pale as fuck.
Oh, they told you.
No, I'm just saying. So it just depends on the family and who you meet.
It's personal,
but also, even if they family are racist, that don't mean that I gotta have a negative interaction with them.
But that does spell out negative shit for your relationship, though. One of my boys is going through the same thing right now. You met him last year.
It does. But if we was gonna be staying stuck there, then we never would have crossed them lines.
Well, they can't work because her parents call him a nigger.
That's real.
They can't. Him and his ex just broke up.
No, I feel that. I feel that. That's a completely different level than somebody's mom make like being like, yo, I don't like him because I met him for the first time.
That's an extreme.
Like if they around you a bunch of times and that's happening, then cool, fine. You shouldn't be in that situation. Right. But if you just meet somebody's mom and they ain't never been around a black person before, and you're like, yo, that was mad awkward. I'm never gonna do that again. You're not even gonna give them a fair opportunity to be like, yo, I got a different, like, yo, I didn't even think he would be like
family. So
I'm just saying, like, you have to.
Like, we need to adapt. You gotta adapt or adjust to anyone, bro.
I'm not doing white bitches.
It's not. But that's you, and I'm not. Look, to me, bro, I'm not necessarily pro that, bro. But the best relationship I've had, bro, has been with a white woman. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Okay. I've dated all kind of women, bro. And that's just being what came with that, bro.
I hear you, man.
I've had amazing relationship with non-white women, with black women. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, all those relationships.
Family, I'm happy for you.
You know what I'm saying? You see, it didn't last.
Nigga, and none of this shit lasted for none of us, nigga. So
you see, it didn't last, bro. Nigga here, Dolo. Showed up here, Dolo.
Where's the green skin bitch from fucking Star Trek? Nigga, I'm dating her next. That's what my
Young Gamora. That's what I need, Young Gamora.
My current is light skin. She's tight. She's not, I think she's mixed. She's got some Dominican in there and shit like that. She's got some Puerto Rican in there, some black. It's tight. And I hope it do something and go somewhere. But, like, I'm not dating no white woman. I'm just not.
My thing is, bro, it's not that I'm not looking to date a white woman, bro. And if
don't look to date. Let's just say that. Let's
I'm not looking to date. No. That's what it is, though. I'm never looking to date, bro.
I'm gonna date all different. I'm looking to date. But I need a variety. That's part of the reason why women ain't been able to tie me down because I done met so many different women, right? And I done dated so many different type of women. I'm looking for a very specific type of woman.
Let me say this right now. You already in the doghouse. You should probably quit while you ahead.
No, I'm not saying nothing disrespectful. I fuck with my girl. My girl now mixed.
Can my nigga keep it a buck?
There's a difference between being real and incriminating yourself.
No. Shut that door. I fuck with my girl. She cool as hell. She mixed. But I'm just saying the reason why women always like, yo, like you impossible. I'm not impossible to please. I just know what I want because I done dated so many different types of women that I know what I'm looking for, and I know when I see it, I'm like, nah, that shit ain't good. So if I'm dating you, then that mean that you didn't pass all of these fucking check marks from all these different women and all this shit that I'm like, I don't like that. Your family did that. I don't like the way that happened. Like you got to pass a long test
for sure. And
like women give dudes long ass tests before they can be in the shits. Like
no, they don't. I'm fucking on the first date, nigga. And that's it.
But that ain't the test though. You can hit once. That don't mean you gonna keep hitting.
Pavy, what we say?
You can hit once. That don't mean she gonna stay around.
Get out the way, right?
That's true.
You can hit once. That don't mean she gonna stay around.
But at the same time, part of everything is subjective, bro. But you got to understand, bro. You can hit once and she might not stay around, or you can hit once and the bitch might stay forever, bro. It's the difference, Cuddy.
Let's get into not stay forever. Let's move on. Sorry, anti-relationship right now. Let's
anti-relationship.
Absolutely.
But I understand. I feel the same way, bro. I don't be looking to date around, bro, or I don't be looking to be specific because I done dated a lot of different, you know what I'm saying, cultures of women. You know what I'm saying?
We gotta wrap this up.
It's like if I meet her, I meet her.
Where are we going?
Right. Nobody got to write it, so I want to get some
content.
Go ahead. You said you got to be conscious of content. I be watching some of bro's interviews, but some of your interviews, bro, be 2-3 hours, 2.5 hours. I done listened to one, bro, for sure. I could pull it up, nigga, on Apple, nigga. That's 2.5 hours.
He trying to rush you because he trying to go get that youngie dig. Nah, fuck with you. But all right,
nigga, stay with me. He ain't get no youngie dig unless we get some youngie dig. You feel
me? He said, "Let's we get some youngie dig." Y'all boys, wow. He said, "Let's we get some youngie."
I'm saying right now, nigga,
What was blood?
I don't even
I'm talking on the Reese Show.
All right, man. Look,
ain't nobody getting no cutty unless it's me. No,
it'll be a great weekend. I'll say that.
It will. It's gonna be a great weekend.
Boy, wow.
I'm excited at the fact that I didn't have to pay for this plane ticket. That's fucking tight.
Shout out to the mystery meat that paid for the plane ticket.
Oh man, come on, brother. All right,
it's cool. Hey, look, that's what there's an edit button for, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, it's my policy.
Oh, cool. Well, don't edit then. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel sorry. I feel sorry for you for me saying that, nigga. I don't feel.
Pay for your plane ticket?
What happened? All right, we gotta go. This is episode 34.
Wrap up.
We are out of here. We get the fuck off the mic. Cut that, please. Thank you, sir.